Alrighty, so we are live. This is the first official DoDaKa live stream. I am Kenny D or Danny. I don't care. Use my name, but everybody else is using pseudonyms, so I use one too. Joining me is Sabush, the bald guy covering his head right now, and our token black guy Vito. Guys, say hello.
I don't think I'm token. I don't think I'm spectacular, but it is what it is.
That's fucked up.
I mean, you get categorized how you get categorized. It's not really your call.
The
it's like
sad boosh.
It's like nicknames. You don't really get to pick it. People just throw it at you, and you're like, oh, fuck.
Well, I didn't
Not the
pick
smartest
that
guy in
nickname.
the room, but smart enough to carry on a conversation.
He's the smartest guy in the room. He's a liar.
Negative.
Today we're going to be talking about what everybody's talking about because there's literally nothing else worth talking about right now. We're going to be talking about the events in Washington, D.C. and a lot of shit around it.
Yeah.
First and foremost, you guys have seen the videos, I'm assuming?
A few of them. Quite a few of them. It's fucking... Oh, it's funny. These people are spectacularly bad at everything. And now they're all getting locked up.
Well, that's my favorite part, so I'm not even going to bother doing like a summary. Like, oh, this is what happened. If you don't know what happened, like...
Hey, tell me what happened yesterday.
Go fuck yourself, figure it out. We have the internet.
Tell me what happened. Well, tell me.
Well, give them like... We'll do is we'll give them like
Negative.
a brief, like... last Wednesday, that would be January...
I don't fucking
6th.
know. Time is for other
6th.
people.
It was the 6th because the 8th was... Yeah. Oh, okay. So, yeah, January 6th, a bunch of Trump-supporting Republican... I'd say fascists.
The Trump cult.
I think fascist
Yeah.
is an accurate term.
Yeah.
Nazi would also suffice, but...
Yeah. They decided that it would be a great idea to storm the Capitol to stop the vote that would solidify President-elect Joe Biden's win. And they decided if they stormed the Capitol, they could stop this and perhaps get a win-in for their boy, old Trumpy. It was a terrible, terrible idea.
It was not what one might call a success. I think others might categorize it distinctly as a failure.
Don't put my name out there. What the fuck?
That's not even how you spell it.
Stop.
But yeah, so they did this. They stormed, broke windows, climbed and fell off the side of the building.
Well, that was in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like that was after Trump's speech. They were trying to get to a door that was kind of a little out of the way and less blocked off.
Yeah.
And they were monkey climbing up the thing, and quite a few of them fucking fell on their stupid fucking asses.
Yeah, no, that shit was hilarious. I saw one
part
lady
that I think
get
is-
so broke. It was bad. She got all the way up. Somebody tried to reach down and grab her. She went and missed and just wow. I'm like, oh, that is epic.
The part that I think is hilarious is that now this is getting blamed on Antifa. And Antifa is the ones that did this to make them look bad, even though they were saying repetitively that they were going to do this.
Yeah.
Like, they made it very clear that they were going to do this, and then now that it's a fucking problem, now they didn't do it. Like, I think that's fucking hilarious. Like, own it. Just fucking own it.
Yeah, you got to,
I
because when it comes down to it, when the idea came up to do it and you decided to do it, you owned it at that moment. You're on camera storming this place. They're going to find out who you are and where your loyalties lie. There's no way for you to lie and say, oh, yeah, that wasn't us. That was... they were trying to make us look bad.
Buyer's remorse.
Yeah, exactly.
My favorite thing about the Antifa claim is like, so if you don't really follow politics or any of the protests that have been happening in this country, Antifa is anti-fascist. Typically, it's a lot of socialists and stuff like that. It's a bunch of me, but more motivated and energetic.
Yeah.
And probably younger. But they have a pretty obvious look to them. at least what most people think of as Antifa, the black bloc. It's the people wearing a mask, wearing a hat, gloves,
Mask shaming.
a little bit hard to identify. So they're blaming Antifa for doing this while being on camera, not wearing anything that looks remotely like Antifa, doing exactly the opposite of what Antifa would do, which is fighting for fucking fascism.
Yeah, by its very definition.
Right, so pick one?
We are anti-fascism, but you motherfuckers are fascist and we're not.
The funny part is, all right, so
And
if you look at some of the guys, there's no way for you to deny that, like they're super fascist, crazy, Trump-supporting assholes.
like, here's the thing. Go ahead.
So you see, like, there's one guy dressed up like a Viking for some reason.
No, he wasn't dressed up like a Viking.
What was he dressed up like?
That wasn't Viking. That wasn't Viking garb.
He
It was like Native American
yeah,
style garb.
it was bootleg Native American.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like
So
if you go,
I've actually seen that exact fucking outfit in a Native American movie. I swear to fucking God.
I think if you go to like not the reservation itself, but those reservation setups they have to show white people Native American history.
Yeah,
I
this
think
is what
they
they
sell
look
that
like.
in the gift shop.
oh, right.
Like super bootleg wannabe.
I'm pretty sure I saw
Shop.
that same exact outfit though. Like if you watch Dances with Wolves, there's a moment where,
Which I mean, incredibly racist.
the lieutenant soldier guy, Kevin Costner walks up on the whole tribe and he's like, buffalo. He's telling them there's buffalo coming because they didn't know they were partying or whatever. They were getting loud and they didn't hear the fucking
Drinking the
thumping.
fire water, what have you.
And this fucking one dude runs up and goes and starts beating the shit out of Kevin Costner. And he's wearing that. I swear to God. I want to look at that fucking clip. I swear to God. That's exactly what he was wearing. The guy who was wearing the fucking buffalo horn thing and the fucking thing.
He to me was so demonstrable of how anti-American so many of these people were in their behaviors versus their words. Like the cop that got beat up.
Yeah.
They're sitting there smacking him with American flags, chanting "USA, USA," while trying to kick in the door to the USA building for all intents and purposes.
Trying to tear
place
down
where
the very
USA
foundations
happens.
of what USA is.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, that
They don't
is-
want democracy. They want their democracy.
Yeah,
Like
they
their
want a
version of
white
what they-
national-
It's not funny that
National
somebody
state.
got the shit beat out, but it's to me, it's like fucking hilarious. This is just an example of the dumb shit that they were doing. Like somebody stole a podium. Where the fuck are you going with that thing? Yo?
If you go on Craigslist, I'm sure most of them are fake, but I swear one of them at least has to be real. That shit is. There's a bunch of different postings saying like, "Give me $10,000 and you can have the podium I stole."
Yeah, like yo, what the stole
Which
podium?
that, by the way, is as fucking American as it gets.
Yo, here's another funny point that I noticed when I was watching this shit.
Find a chair,
So-
pull it up in the corner.
While all this is going on, they're storming the Capitol, they're doing all this shit, stealing shit. If you look, they keep these red velvet rope lines. The people never broke the fucking rope lines, bro. They stayed within the. It's like they're on the tour through the. They're destroying the Capitol
Sure,
on the
back
tour. Like they're going through the fucking Capitol, through the whole entire building, and within these red velvet
dude.
ropes, destroying shit. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what was your purpose here? Like, and like the people who broke through the windows, did they like immediately go into the velvet ropes through the window? Like, okay, yeah, let's get inside here. These
All they
people are
wanted to
fucking
do-
nuts.
All they wanted to do was, in the eyes of the public, of the people who, there's a large group of people that hate, like people like Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and things like that. All they wanted to do was go in there and fucking like take a shit on her desk and all that kind of shit.
That's actually something I wanted to touch on. Is I think there were two separate agendas happening at once. I think, like realistically, and you never kind of hear this, what I think is a fairly objective view from like the mainstream media. They're like, they went there with this purpose and that's what they were doing, and then they found out that some of the people were there with like the zip flex cuffs and everything, and they're like, those people were there to like take. I think there were some dickheads there that had an agenda. They had a
Oh
fucking
yeah,
agenda.
definitely more than a handful of people there that were.
And I think the rest were useful idiots. A bunch of fucking dupes who were
They just were like, "Oh, I'm gonna do what he's doing."
And that's the people who shat on the floors because,
Did people really shit on the floors? I was just making that up. I didn't know that.
I think they did. Yeah.
Like they did a bunch of shit while they were in there.
I can just imagine what they were doing, and I just thought
a bunch
maybe
of
that
them
was
were going to get arrested for leaving DNA.
What I'm
just
thinking
sitting
you're
in
trying to
piles
say,
in the fucking
like-
I care about
halls of
DNA.
Capitol
Some of
Hill.
these motherfuckers. I just want to say something because so a larger than a handful of fucking people went in there with the intent. They planned it. They said it. They put it on their social media. They said they were going to do it.
Yeah, I see that.
They put it. They said, "Yo, I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to fucking do this, that, and the third. This is what we're planning." And then they did it. The dude with the fucking, the fucking Native American garb. That dude's a fucking active right wing supporter. Right wing fucking. He owns a fucking page on. There was a fucking retired Navy SEAL dude.
Yeah, or Marine or something.
Navy SEAL. He was actively. He's being investigated right now. He's made statements. He actually made statements today, if I'm not mistaken. But whatever, he stands by his fucking statements or whatever. Good for him. Whatever. Freedom of speech, democracy. Wow, imagine that. Thing about it is these guys all were planning on going in there. So like to worry about leaving your DNA behind or certain other things like that, or trying to hide in a fucking dude's hotel room so you don't get caught, bro. You've been posting fucking hate speech on social media for about 4 years.
Bro, the thing about it is, they were posting while they were doing
They were fucking like, "Hey, check me out, selfie," and all that other shit. And like, okay, they don't know who the fuck you are. They know who the fuck you are, bro.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite memes that popped up out of this, because there's been a fucking ton of great memes, but my favorite one, hands down, is imagine going to do what you consider to be your patriotic duty. You're doing all this shit. You post it on Facebook, you post it on Twitter, you're on all the media saying, "I'm doing the thing, I'm doing the thing."
Yep.
And then you go home and they're like, "This fucking libtard did this and that." Like, you have a career doing this and they just called you a libtard.
And the best thing about it
make
is
their agenda happen.
the people with the actual agenda probably like thinking of doing things like, "Oh, I'm gonna go in and fucking kidnap Nancy Pelosi or some shit like that."
Oh, they definitely fucking fantasize.
They got nowhere near them. Like literally nowhere near them. They got through the front door and all of them were gone.
Yeah.
They were all gone.
Well, the thing about it is there was a lot of things that led up to why they weren't actually available. Well, I mean, like, they fucking saw it coming. Obviously, you start banging on the fucking window, it's just going to happen.
Yeah.
But there was, like, a security guard. This is another thing that I read today. I don't know how true it is because, again, it's all fucking Facebook. And that's how everybody gets their fucking news nowadays. But, like, I did a little bit of research, and it's actually legit. There's this one dude who was getting chased around, and he led them on a wild goose chase.
Dude.
He led them on a wild goose chase to protect the people because they hadn't all gotten out of the fucking hall yet.
Yeah.
Like, to the point where he had to actually keep going back to get their attention. Like, "Ha, no me, fuckface,
Right,
get
yeah.
me."
He was leading them on a wild goose chase. It's like, "Hey, no, I'm the one you want." You know what I mean? And it just so happened he happened to be black, so it was like, "Oh, they're like a blackie we can hang." You know what I mean? They were all fucking ready for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they were chasing him. They were chasing him around. They were ready to fucking do some damage to this fucking guy. I don't know if the guy got hurt or what happened.
Well, so I follow all this shit regularly anyway, so it's nothing new for me to sit down and just watch hours of YouTube videos of boring white people talk about what they think's going on in this country.
Sure.
So there was a bunch of interviews on MSNBC, CNN, and all that shit with all the people that were actually there working that day, and apparently they were also kind of running skeleton crew with who was there because of the threats that were already outstanding. So, like, some people were there with literally just one staffer and everybody else was working from home or whatever. So that's part of why it was so hard for them to find anybody, is because so many people weren't even there.
But here's my
I gotta say something. Hold on, I gotta say something about that. There is one part of this that is definitely something that is a problem. There should have been a lot more fucking security on hand. There really should have been.
Well, you know why? You know exactly why. It's
Do
because,
I, though?
It's because it was white people who were coming this time to protest, and white people don't burn shit down, break shit,
and
fucking
that
murder
is
cops.
exactly, that plays into what I was about to say. Now, I don't mean to be the, you know what I'm saying,
No, fucking send it.
token black guy of the situation, but
Send it.
and you know, if that was a bunch of niggas
Oh yeah.
storming that shit, there will be a lot more people dead.
100%.
And it
There'll
probably
be a
would
lot
have
more.
went live fire.
Like the fact that there were people walking in,
even for
like they were storming the shit. They're going up the stairs, attacking people, doing all types of stupid shit. And nobody got shot is just an example of how.
No,
I'm
one
sorry.
person got shot.
One person got shot.
Say her name.
Yeah.
See how they're like to try to fucking.
cunts.
No,
I
they're
fucking
taking
hate
that.
them.
She ran into the
taking
spot and
that.
got shot doing something stupid. Like, if I
She
run
was
into a
looking down
fucking
the
corner
barrel
store.
of a fucking gun and still pushing forward.
Yeah.
I'm fucking sorry. No sympathy.
No, I have none. Because when it comes down to it, if I walk into a fucking
How the
corner
fuck did you
store
even get
and a
into
cop
fucking-
sees me trying to rob it and I surrender, there's still at least a 50 to 75% chance I get shot. So, bitch, if you're in there and somebody's got a gun
Like
pointed
they
in your
gave you
face,
every opportunity to fucking stand down.
yeah, and
That's
you
the thing.
continue to go.
That's the thing.
And I'm fucking sorry that I'm
shoot
not being
black people
sensitive
for
to that
having
woman's family,
wallets and
but I
smartphones in
mean,
their hand.
I
White
don't
people
know.
are
They're
literally
choking us out for selling cigarettes, but I'm supposed to feel pressed because one white bitch got shot doing some
There's-
stupid shit that she knew she shouldn't have been doing
There's video of a
in
guy
a place
with
where there's nothing but
literal-
armed people.
There's video of a guy with a literal fucking pitchfork.
Yeah.
Like, and no violent response. They killed a cop.
Yeah. They killed a cop.
Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not particularly sad about that, but these are white people killing white people. Still won't open fire.
The thing about it is, a woman who wasn't even shooting anybody, she was in bed in her apartment, got shot because her boyfriend shot a cop. He didn't even kill a cop, he shot him. And she died. They killed a cop, and what, 4 people died? One was the cop, one was the lady that got shot, and the other 2, I think they died of fucking, like, heart attacks or some shit like that.
Yeah, I wish that one story was true, the one where the guy tased himself in the nuts to death, but apparently
Yeah.
it's not.
All I'm saying is like, I feel like maybe like if it was maybe 50 of the fucking protesters storming the building got shot, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense.
It would at least track.
They said there were
this is
hundreds of
America.
them. There wasn't 100. There were hundreds of them. Two. That means at least 200 to 300 people storming the building with armed guards, and 4 people died.
And if you see the
How?
videos that came out a little bit later, like it wasn't just
Where does the
attacking
restraint
doors and
come
shit.
from?
They were fighting the cops.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're beating them.
Yeah,
They're beating the shit out of him. I saw one video, they were chasing this guy up the stairs, they were whooping the dog shit out of him.
yeah. Dragged the one guy down the stairs, kicking and hitting him. Like,
Yeah.
Law and order. Law and order.
yeah. The party of law and order.
I've seen.
Law and order, bro.
I saw a fuck. We've all seen a comedy act like, oh yeah, I think there's a way out of this. You have a gun. I think there's a
It's
way out.
Bill
Shoot
Hicks
somebody.
Reference for anybody who doesn't know.
That like shoot the shit out of him. Like what? Why would you let him beat on? Like as soon in the situation like that, if it was me, as soon as the first motherfucker comes up and tries to attack me, he gets shot. Guess what? The rest of them are gonna back the fuck off. Like, oh, this one means business. He's not kidding around.
I mean, possibly. Some of these people are highly fucking motivated.
They're streaming the shit. Guess what?
You had mentioned before, like memes and stuff. This one really fucking got me, and it was fucking hilarious. Is the meme where the guy's like gradually painting the face of a clown? So there's 4 steps of it, and like he's totally a clown at that point. The first, it's 4 pictures deep, and it says the election was totally rigged, as he's painting the fucking, and then it says states violated their own election laws. Then it says I'm going to D.C. to stop and steal the march on Congress. Like a patriot if necessary, rhinos and demo rats are gonna get what's coming to them. January 6th, MAGA will rise. And then the 4th one is, it was Antifa. Bro, come on.
There's the other one with God, I
just-
can't remember his name, but it's the black
true,
comedian
though.
with like the black hair, and it's always the he shoots a guy in the background, and he goes, "Why did he do that?" And this one was like conservatives storm the Capitol.
Mm-hmm.
And then they turn around. Why did Antifa do this? Like, no. And the bicycle where you stick the stick
The
in the
common
tire.
defense is always thrown out is like, well, what about this? What about us?
What
What about
about
this?
BLM?
What about all summer long? There was all those people that lost all their business. I had a discussion with somebody today about You know, and they brought that up. They're like, well, what about, you know,
Oh, the Black Lives Matter protests.
yeah,
and
when
all
there was
that.
protests that involved Black Lives Matter,
Yeah.
but it wasn't necessarily Black Lives Matter that
did this
but
shit, yeah.
maybe necessarily, okay, so businesses got burned down, whole
Yeah.
livelihoods were. I said, motherfucker, do you realize how much fucking insurance them bitches have on
Yeah.
that fucking shit? Oh, what about the 60 employees and all the bullshit and all that? They're now fucking displaced. I said, they're getting unemployment. Bang. They're getting unemployment that is paid for by the insurance that this motherfucker got off of this shit.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, well, how do you fucking know how much? I'm like, I'm going to tell you one thing right now. I know how much I pay for insurance on my home. I know how much I pay for insurance on my car. The insurance for a business is fucking through the roof. They paid buku bucks, hand over fist, for their insurance on their business. And when it burned down, guess what they did? Fucking collected.
Yeah.
So don't give me that bullshit that they're fucking, all of a sudden now they're fucking eating porridge in the middle of a fucking soup.
Nah,
Shut the
nigga,
fuck
nah,
up.
nah.
Well, I mean, the what
Like,
about
honestly,
him,
they're
the what about him is the go-to argument for them for everything, though. Oh, we did the thing and you're upset with us. Why weren't you upset when somebody else did it?
Right, that's the thing.
That doesn't justify you're doing the bad thing, you
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
idiots.
Yeah, no.
Like, and I'm not saying that the people that lost their businesses should fucking be hung on the cross. What I'm saying is they ain't fucking struggling.
Yeah.
So don't fucking
No, they're
don't
good.
defend them. You don't see these motherfuckers out there going, "Oh, I lost my business." Okay, start again.
On top of
Start
that,
again. You have all the credit because you owned a business.
On top
Go
of
to the
that,
same
anybody-
bank you went to get the business loan for the first business.
on top of that, anybody who
They'll do it.
anybody who watched any
mean-
of those live streams of the protests happening in pretty much throughout the entire country,
I mean, but
with
let's
the BLM
talk, no,
thing,
like Portland. and
people
shit
were
like that
getting
was-
on TV going, "Yeah, I'd rather lose my business than another black life."
Yeah.
So go fuck yourself.
There's another thing, but then there's also the thing. It's like, okay, so, and then I brought this up to him when I was talking to the guy. I says, dude, right now there was zero fucking Black Lives Matter motherfuckers, it's zero Antifa motherfuckers at the Capitol thing, which is a complete assault on our democracy. Blah blah blah. We're not gonna get into it
Right.
too much for this point. When that shit was going on in Portland, when it was going on here, there, and everywhere, there was random pallets of bricks, like, and nobody's fucking talking about this stuff. There's random pallets of bricks just popping up on fucking corners here, there, and everywhere. Who the fuck put those fucking bricks there? It wasn't no BLM motherfuckers. They're worried about fucking making sure they have countermeasures, the milk ready for the fucking pepper spray and everything. They ain't thinking about, they ain't putting bricks there. The bricks just showed the fuck up the next day. I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? They showed videos
Yeah.
of white dudes that totally were fucking covering everything about themselves with the fucking riot gear on and everything else, fucking just walking around with a hammer, bashing windows.
Yeah, yeah.
Businesses.
No.
Encouraging people to go in and just fucking do whatever the fuck they want. Which
Getting
was already
shit started.
fucking lawless state.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course people are gonna fucking do it. If you walk by a fucking busted window in an electronics shop, you're gonna go in there. You're gonna fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit.
And I kind of want to point out the biggest, most obvious thing. Like, what's the difference between the BLM protests and this? One is reacting to essentially being attacked at home, and the other one is going out of your way to go to a place to defend a lie.
Yo, bro, none of these motherfuckers are from Washington D.C. or Virginia.
No,
like they,
no.
like 95% of them aren't. They took hours long trips to go here and fuck shit up. And not to mention all of them are those fucking big, oh, you're trying to destroy our democracy. No, literally, you just went and tried to destroy your own democracy.
Yeah.
But you're tight. What are you tight about? You literally took the time out of your day, work week, whatever the fuck you were doing, to go and try to destroy your own democracy.
Exactly.
Now, there's ways built into the system, like literally, bro, let's look at it like this. They talk so much shit about how they're being wronged. For the past 4 years, anybody, which is a lot of people, who hated Trump, sat there and bit the fucking bullet. We did what we could to try to get him out. We couldn't. We sat there and bit the bullet. Now they, as soon as they find out that he lost in a fair election, sorry, it was fair.
I mean, actually, realistically,
At a
it's still-
smaller margin than Hillary
Realistically-
lost to Trump, by the way.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to cut you off here. Realistically, it still wasn't fair. It was still leveraged in favor of Republicans,
Or
and they
larger
still
margin.
fucking lost.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. You lost.
Yeah. So, and as the dude didn't even get fucking sworn in yet. You haven't even given him the chance to fuck up once, and
Right.
you're storming the Capitol trying to destroy shit. Are you like the petty level has to be on like 6 million, bro? Because when it comes down to it, when Donald Trump got elected, I remember where the fuck I was when he got elected. I was at work. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, "There's no way this dude is getting elected." I'm looking at the numbers. I'm like, "How the fuck is he winning?" And he kept winning, and he kept winning. And you guess what? When the shit was said and done, I was so pissed off.
How did they go from this many votes to this many votes just in a matter of an hour? Because they counted them, bro.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck.
That's one of my favorite things about this whole election was where'd the numbers come from? Addition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're using addition this time around. You fucking idiots.
Yeah.
And
So
I just misspoke. I want to recant what I just said. The margin that Biden won by was more than the margin that Trump won by.
yeah,
by like-
exactly.
by not a little bit.
lot.
So get your fucking shit together. Like, I don't understand. Like, if you're gonna bitch about something,
You want an example of how shit is like how much people wanted him out. Like, people are so sick of Republicans that fucking Georgia got flipped. It hasn't been flipped in what, like fucking 50 to 100 years?
but your right wing friends would be like, oh well, that's a conspiracy.
Yeah, of course it's a conspiracy, except for if you go there, everybody who voted the way they voted. You could go to fucking small pockets of Georgia, you could go to larger parts of Georgia and see where they voted that way. That shit's out the door, B. You just gotta let that shit go. It's over.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious to me because when it comes down to it, all this storming the Capitol, trying to make this big ass bravado show of what, it still hasn't changed shit. Guess what? January 20th is coming. He's gonna get sworn in, and you motherfuckers are gonna have to eat a
that
dick.
entire time. Be advised for that, because I mean, I'm talking to fucking people that are just regular run of the mill motherfuckers that are talking about if they could, they would blow that motherfucker's head off. They put him in the crosshairs and they blow his fucking head off.
You see what I'm
At the
saying?
inauguration. And I'm like, so if one person's saying that, which, listen, I don't want to fucking incite anything. I'm just fucking saying, like, holy shit.
Yeah.
It's that serious?
Yeah.
He's only going to serve 4 years.
No. Let him go ahead
That's
and
it?
do it. Because then the black lady's the fucking president. Let's see how much you like that shit.
It makes you
black
kind of
women-
wonder, do they have a contingency plan in for fucking shooting both of them? It's
They
like,
ain't getting both of them, bro. They could try, but they're probably not gonna get
Well,
both. Of them.
even if
They'd be better off if they shot her first, because they really don't want her.
Even if they did, they lost to the extent that we.
Can I say that I don't like
say
Kamala
we.
Harris? I'm sorry, I just don't.
I
I'm
don't
not
either.
the biggest
And
fan.
I'm
Yeah.
not, I don't even really like Biden. I'm not even.
Yeah, not a
Neither
fan.
do
at all. I'm far left of either of them, and
Large conversation of, kind of finishing the conversation I had with this guy earlier. He's like, well, where'd all the votes come from? I said, because people are voting for democracy. They're voting for somebody that's not this fucking guy.
she's not
Yeah.
a neo
Who's an authoritarian. Like, he just is. He wants everything to be his way or no way.
and populist to boot. Like his whole thing is pretty much
You gotta
he's
be
trying
kidding.
to set up a cult of personality, like cult.
Like, I don't even fucking really... I don't hate Republicans. I hate the cultists. The people that are making this a fucking cult. Like, this is like a thing. Like, you're not even seeing the fucking truth. You're not seeing nothing objectively. You're looking from the spectrum, the eyepiece that was given to you by this fucking person. You're just looking through that fucking filter. You're not
Pretty
looking
much.
through anything else.
And you could tell that by how they react with their own politicians. Like, we all pretty much just agreed we don't like the VP or the president that we just fucking voted in.
Yeah.
True story.
We can say that because we know with work we can push them in the right direction. We
Yeah.
can interact with them.
And hopefully future elections
Will be even better.
will be a little bit more fucking
Right.
stable ground where it's not the shiniest of two turds. Where
These people
Yeah.
can't even criticize the person they elected. This person
Is it right
they
at all
treat him
times?
like a godhead.
Yeah.
because he says the things that they've been secretly thinking in closets their whole fucking lives. And I said this to the guy earlier. I said, you know what the fuck? I said, I kind of wanted Trump to do 4 more years. And then he said, why? I said, because then you're going to get the revolution that you actually wanted, the one that you're thinking about. And not to mention, it brought out all the racists. It brought out
Oh, yeah.
all the fucking people.
Right.
Like, you took everybody out of the closet that was hiding there, that thought this and that,
And put it on Facebook.
and then could potentially act about it. Yeah, could potentially act on it. And now here we go. We all know who the fuck they are. You done put that shit. That shit's out there. You're fucking there.
This is going to be a weird thing for me, of all people, to say. I'm not typically an accelerationist. I don't really want the whole thing to get set on fire to be fixed. I just want it to be fucking fixed.
I want it to get set on fire. I want it to be fixed. Yeah.
I kind of wouldn't take back the last 4 years just because we're kind of seeing the idiot class throw themselves like face first out of the picture. Like all of these dickheads who wanted to throw away our democracy are going to jail and won't be. They're all getting federal felony charges. They won't be able to vote. All right, thanks. You're taking yourself out of the next fucking election. Thanks, dickface.
And they're doing it all for a motherfucker. Here's the thing that's funny as hell. Not only that, but they say that they all go behind what he says. But
no matter what he says.
Yeah. But he contradicts himself every other time he talks. Okay, I don't like that. Okay, yeah, I love that. This shouldn't happen. Oh, we should do this. That's the same thing you said last week we shouldn't do, bro. Did you
see the statements he was making at the Alamo?
No.
Okay, so when he went to Alamo and he made his little statement about the fucking wall and everything else, his last-ditch attempt to fucking say, yeah, I did what I said I was going to do, blah, blah, blah. That whole thing, he was like, well, we used the fucking natural terrain to also do things. So he didn't build a fucking wall from point A to point B. Same thing, it was already there. He just reinforced it. He rebuilt it to be higher or whatever the fuck. The whole thing that drives me fucking nuts. He did that shit so as to say, he was like, oh yeah, so we did all this, da 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 da. We made it better, and we increased the level of electronic surveillance. Blah, blah. I'm like, wait a minute, didn't somebody suggest using more drones and electronics and things like that instead of fucking putting up the wall? But you're saying that, like, well, the wall's not all that great, but, you know, we got all this extra electronic surveillance and all this other shit. You mean like drones? Is that what you're saying? Like, I'm confused. Because they still have tunnels going underneath the wall that you're building, bro.
Yeah. On top of all of that,
fuck out of here.
He went on national TV the day, or like a few days after the whole Capitol storming thing. Spent roughly 7 seconds talking about it, and then went on to talk about how great his wall is at the fucking wall. Dude, you should have other priorities right now. People are going to arrest you when this is all said and done.
It doesn't even matter. A wall fucking sucks.
The House the House today just voted for impeachment again.
Yeah.
Historical.
Republicans flipped on it.
2 impeachments.
232 to 197. That's more than last time.
Yeah.
You're a record setter.
What I wonder about that is, like, how much of that is, like, you know, clout. Face. Yeah, like clout and trying to save face. Like, they're just trying to keep. I don't know. Like, they're just trying to, like,
they're trying to stay involved. They're trying to not get kicked out.
It doesn't even matter.
Get fucking diminished to a point where they're not even a party.
And they're trying to not get arrested.
Nigga, the thing about it is, it doesn't matter because,
like, you can be Mike Pence all day. Like, I seen an article about Mike Pence and how he's like. He was very pissed off. It took for him to call you a pussy, Mike Pence. It took for him to call you a pussy for you to fucking, you know, step back at him. Like, not for nothing. I'm fucking sorry, but like 4 years deep.
Yeah, no, he still is.
But the whole January 6th thing, like, that was, you know,
like people
were talking about hang Mike Pence, you know,
and he still has their back. People were yelling that they wanted that man dead, and that man has no balls whatsoever to the point where he still supports fucking Trump.
He does.
He's
not even backing the impeachment.
It's to the point where I almost feel like Trump has something on him.
I mean, I don't know.
I really think so because,
maybe.
Listen, I know some soft ass motherfuckers.
I mean,
that if you push them like that, you press them to the point where a mob shows up calling for their head specifically.
Yeah.
They're not going to fondle your sack after that. They're going home. They're done with you.
Yeah.
But this guy's like, meh, it's Wednesday. Fuck it. Like, what? Come on.
Nah, the guy's a puss.
I mean, he is a pussy.
Or he really believes in Donald Trump, and I don't believe that for a fucking second.
No, there's no way, bro.
I don't believe that for a second.
I don't believe in anybody that
I think
much.
for a while he was trying to retain the base that Trump was so easily Trump was, he had very good, he was able to keep these people as a cult, as a following. He's like, well, I can retain some of those votes for when I go to re-elect for president. When Pence tries to fucking go for president later on down the road, he's like, yeah, I can utilize these people. So he sucked the sack for a while.
Right, but he's kind of incriminating himself. I know.
Oh no,
Nobody's gonna find it.
I know he's
it's
not
gonna be
get
like
her-
a whole Hillary sort of situation where you didn't do anything about your husband sucking a dick, so you're not built to be president. You look like a puss, so nobody's gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna fucking elect a pussy too.
Well, on top of even the pussy thing, I'm not going to elect a man who kind of helped Hitler too, to the point where his own base was yelling, "I want you dead," and he still went, "Meh, fine, go fuck." What? No, Republicans shouldn't even vote for that.
That's why he backtracked a little bit, and then he fucking went back to fucking supporting Trump again. It's all about to keep the fucking support of the votes so that he can get the votes.
But he's not gonna get it. He fucked
thinks
himself in the situation.
There's a faint hope that he's able to keep those votes for the next time he tries to elect.
'Cause,
Because these people that have been in the cult ain't going nowhere. They're just going to go back into the closet for a little bit, and then they'll come back out in 4 years. Shit like that.
Well,
Like, that shit in 4 years is going to be like...
You see the same
It's
thing
gonna be
though.
interesting.
You see the same thing though. Like the base goes where they're told to go apparently, because now they're all of a sudden ACAB like I am. Like you're yelling, "All cops are bastards." You're the Back the Blue guys. You were beating a cop with the Back the Blue flag.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, that's fucking funny as hell.
But like this is who these people are. So
On that note...
I don't think they're ever coming back to Pence. I think they're with Donald Trump, and if Donald Trump isn't particularly pleased with Pence,
They're basically
Pence is
trying
out.
to turn Trump into the fucking emperor
Yes,
from
right.
Star Wars. And they're trying to make him like the one and only ruler. And the thing about it is, at least the emperor in fucking Star Wars was smart. Like he had a whole plan. This guy's an idiot, and he doesn't know what he's doing. But let's say he was to get another 4 years. I can't imagine what he'd do after half of it was over. He just doesn't have a plan or anything in place to get anything done. So he would start doing something, then he'd backtrack on that because half of the people who like it would just be like, nah, we don't anymore. Then he'd backtrack. So the people who liked it fucked up. So it just seems to me like having him be your all time fucking.
This is actually a good point. If he's impeached, he can't run again.
Yeah, I know. And the thing about it is, they're trying to get him impeached before next Wednesday. I don't.
Well,
is that possible?
No. So all right.
Even though
They want him gone now.
Yeah.
But failing that, you still run the impeachment even after he's gone,
Okay.
so that he can't get that next
and
presidential
that's what's
run.
important. That's what's important about
Yeah.
making sure he gets impeached.
Right. Like realistically, they wanted the 25th Amendment
Then
thing
get
with
it. It's
Pence
fucking 7 days away. Okay, great.
just
I
to
get
get
it.
him gone now.
Yeah.
But if that's not an option, when he's gone, they want to keep him gone.
Yeah.
And I think that's honestly a good play. I don't know the backing it has from the Senate, but the Senate just flipped. So if what's her name, Nancy Pelosi holds it long enough, or no, Chuck Schumer at that point, if it doesn't come to the point, come out yet, and it comes out after the Senate has flipped,
Yeah.
then the odds of it not happening are slim to none.
Okay.
Worst case scenario is what the fuck is his name? Something Manchin. Jim.
Mnuchin.
No, Manchin. 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 One of those generic white first names, and then Manchin. Tom, I think.
Okay.
He is the most Republican Democrat there is.
Okay.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
With the 50-50 in the Senate, as long as he agrees to vote for impeachment, then it goes to a tiebreaker, even if every Republican votes against impeachment.
Yeah.
And then Kamala Harris is the tiebreaker. Boom, done.
Yeah.
So as long as this fucking dick face does his job.
So, all right, it gets him out, but does it come with any jail time?
Yes,
There's a lot of things that he's done that warrants
no,
jail
there's
time.
there's stuff that's probably going to happen after he's
Okay.
out of office. For some reason, they don't want to arrest the sitting president. They think it's going to lose face. I think having Hitler Jr. as president loses enough face. Arrest him, call it a goddamn day.
Bro, they were literally other countries were literally laughing at us the entire time.
Yeah, I think that
he was
like the
president.
whole invasion of the Capitol kind of made us look very,
Right,
very,
like,
very weak.
We look like idiots for not arresting him. And the only reason we don't arrest him is so we don't look like idiots. It's kind of a lose-lose. Fucking arrest the man, and maybe we can get some fucking
Yeah.
America happening.
Yeah, to me, it's just fucking hilarious, bro. It's hilarious.
Hey, just something I want to bring up is like, you know, like you said, like there was the people beating the officer with the blue flag. Like,
Yes, New York is definitely looking to arrest him.
something that like I want to talk about is like these people, the supporters of that side, is like they're all about the American flag and everything else. And I'm not gonna get into like the laws and the fucking everything else, but like if you go back and a lot of these supporters, they look at and what they like is the whole "Make America Great Again" thing, and like some of them, if not all of them, are referring to like the Reagan administration, and like if you look at the Reagan acceptance speech and the Reagan, the whole RNC, and when he got selected in the primaries to fucking run as the Republican candidate, there was a bunch of American flags flying everywhere, and they respect the American flag. It's just something I was thinking about, and I kind of wrote down, just kind of like something to think about. Is like when America became truly like this past, we'll call it, I don't know, past 10, 12 years or whatever the fuck it's been, truly and more inclusive in the culture of everybody, like melting pot shit, all that stuff,
Than it's ever been.
all of a sudden, here we are now. Over time, it's passed. It's come to this. Now, all of a sudden, there's a shift in what the true American culture is, an all-inclusive American culture. We all of a sudden had to create a bunch of new flags to wave. So when you look at Trump running for president, Trump as he's president, going into this fucking midterm election, now we're waving a bunch of different flags. We're waving the fucking blue line flag. We're waving the fucking red line flag. We're waving the fucking rebel flag, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
The 1776
That should fucking
flag,
that should tell you something about what the fuck's wrong with this country. I mean, not for nothing. Like like if you're gonna go back to something that you're gonna fucking you're gonna reflect on when it comes to like the Reagan era and all that bullshit. We were waving American flags back then. Not to say that Reagan was great or anything, but like if you're listening to this and you're a fucking right winger, look at that fucking stark difference. Just look at it. Now we're waving flags that ain't even our fucking flag.
Yeah.
Ain't even our
To
flag.
the point where they tore down American flags at the Capitol and hung Trump flags.
Yo,
in
bro,
their fucking-
That's what I'm talking
Literally,
about.
I drive
What does that
around.
mean?
Like I went to Georgia, and I'm driving around, bro. There were more red Trump flags than there were American flags.
Yes.
That's what's that's what's crazy. I can't understand.
I never once seen an
There's
Obama
nothing
flag.
American. There's
mean,
nothing American about
This actually
fucking movement.
This actually kind of annoyed me. After Biden got elected, there was like, the dancing in the streets in certain places and what have you. Like I think it was like New York City, Boston, like all the major metropolitan areas. People were celebrating, and there were people commenting like, "Oh, you never see Biden flags." / cut to the next screen. There's people with Biden flags and Obama flags. I'm like, "Ah, come on, guys, this is their thing. Stop, you fucking douchebags!" Like we look better by and large. You don't have to do their thing to look better.
Yeah.
Stop. You leave the Biden flags at home.
Yeah, no. There's
Let
no need for
Biden buy a Biden flag.
I'm not
if he wants
fucking.
one.
Nick, I didn't have. If they had Obama flags, I wouldn't have had one. And I'm damn sure not getting a fucking Biden flag.
Because here's the thing, like, no matter what we get for a president, like right now, and what we've gotten in the past, call it 100 years, they're still not good enough.
No.
They don't actually deserve my fealty or my exuberance. You get my acceptance, and that's about it for now. Maybe we'll get to the point where we get a fucking president I'm actually ecstatic to see fucking take the podium.
Exactly.
But for now, you just gotta, please don't fuck this up or I'm sending an email.
Like, come
the
on.
beauty
Bro.
of this thing was we got so close to that movie Idiocracy. It's like,
Oh, so close.
I mean, it's like, that's kind of what is poetic about the whole thing. Not that like I want to see that, but that's kind of what happened. It's kind of what happened.
I have a couple of times now mentioned I think somebody needs to make the show Out My Balls a real thing, because if we're there, might as well just fucking be there. Just, we're in for a penny and for a pound on it.
Okay, so I have no idea what.
That's why I was willing to be like, yeah, I'm alright
If
with
you
fucking
watch-
Trump being.
What is
forward.
What is Idiocracy?
It's a.
Are you fucking kidding
It's a
me?
movie about a guy who gets stuck in a like a cryo freeze kind of thing, and he wakes up like 1,000 years later or something like that, and maybe 100. I don't fucking know. And the entire world is just stupid.
Okay.
And they have a president that they vote for because he's a macho guy with guns and flags and sparkles and everything, and that guy's a fucking idiot. They make this guy out to be awesome, like he's awesome because he's
Just because he's tough,
he's
or in their eyes, tough.
Okay,
Right.
so I have to watch this.
and like they're
Are you
watering plants with
Stupid.
like a
Yeah.
Gatorade bootleg
Oh wow.
because
It's like watching
it has
now.
electrolytes in it.
If you
Plants
watch
like
it today
electrolytes.
for the first time, it's like watching history. Modern history, anyway. It's kind of what happened.
What was the other statement you didn't understand?
The one about the show you were just talking
Oh,
about.
all right, yeah.
What is it?
Idiocracy.
No, not that. You said something about. Well,
Oh, Out My Balls?
Yeah.
Is a show in the movie Idiocracy.
oh, okay.
Like, one of the main characters meets another one of the main characters, and he's sitting in, like, the Uber gaming chair, and just the big screen TV. And
Oh, okay,
Out
okay,
My Balls
yeah.
is on. The guy just, like, jumps and hits his balls on a pole, and everybody laughs.
Yeah.
But even, like, the laughter is, like, half-hearted. It's like,
Yeah.
kind of idiot laughter.
Yeah. So this is where we're at as
Yeah.
far as our
Um,
democracy goes.
Just
Fucking-
kind of going back to like the conversation, they were interviewing the FBI people that were talking about the investigations that they're going to do on the people that came in on January 6th. If we're going to keep on going on that topic,
That was a bit jarring.
I mean, like, one thing I want to bring up is like, okay, they were talking about a lot of shit, but they were talking about, there was like no questions about what steps are being taken to profile, quote unquote profile,
Yeah, it was all kind
the
of
next
reactionary.
potential attack. Like, when it comes down to like shit like, oh, I don't know, anything in history, when it comes to like the crack epidemic and shit like that, and
Yeah.
I don't know anything, there was definitely a profile that was made for, you know, anybody, from whether it be federal officials to state officials to municipalities. We were talking about profiling people based on color, race, ethnicity, fucking political fuck. But then again, here we are. Here's a group of people that are doing a thing, and they have a clear, distinct set of fucking characteristics that we could profile. But at that FBI briefing, it was like, oh, what are we going to do? Well, nothing. No, what did we do? What are we doing? No, what are you doing to profile the next, like, so, like, when the inauguration happens,
Yeah, you can catch these people in the act of doing whatever.
Yeah, like I can
Think about it.
you can circumvent that. You can fucking interrupt that and like get it taken care of. Well,
can't
nobody
profile
asked
it.
that question. Why did nobody
Like,
ask that question?
To a certain degree, we can make this easy for you. Did they have two first names? Take them. Like, how many of their siblings have they fucked? Take them.
The thing about
Right.
it is, though, bro, you can't profile white people in America. That's
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, why? the
We were
fuck
watching that
can't we-
together, and that was Bush's first comment was, yeah, if this was anybody but white people, they'd already have profiles right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Which they don't.
Yeah.
Which they're
I
not
know
even
I'm
talking
sure
about.
they
And
do,
here's the
but they're
biggest
not going to
fucking
talk
question.
about it or
My
put it
thing
in
was
action.
just, why didn't they question? Nobody asked that question.
Right, they had
What
to-
is it that you're doing to profile the next group? If somebody had asked that question and the FBI agent was actually able to answer said question, it would have been, and mind you, they don't answer the questions properly anyway.
yeah, they were
But
dodging.
they
every
dodge
fucking
and did
question.
all the fucking questions. There's never a fucking solid answer. But like, if they were able to actually answer a question like solidly with some substance, that might, I venture to say, discourage people from actually fucking maybe pursuing anything that might happen on Inauguration Day. But nobody's fucking talking about it.
No.
Nobody asked that question. Nobody fucking answered that
Because
question.
it's impossible to profile white people. You can't
Why
figure out.
is it? No, you go on social media.
This is sarcasm. This is sarcasm to its fullest.
Okay,
but
alright.
fucking, you can't profile white people. They're just white people. How can you tell one white person from the other?
I mean, to be fair, we all do
Their
the
views, like, all right, in this modern age
How do you
of,
tell one from another?
this is what I'm saying.
Profiling
In
that.
this modern age of the internet and technology and all this shit, it's impossible
Sorry.
to tell what a person's feelings, thoughts, beliefs are because they don't broadcast it everywhere anymore.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
Not at all.
exactly.
They don't fucking put it out there for everybody else to see it.
So when it comes down to it, how are you supposed to tell? It's not as easy as, oh, he's black, he's probably doing something. Oh, he's Mexican, he's probably doing something. Oh, the Asian guy in whatever neighborhood, he's not supposed to be here. It's not that easy. Because there's white people in white neighborhoods. Even though this white person that lives at fucking 415 whatever street thinks this way, and then 417 thinks this way, it's very easy to figure out. But, you know, why would you do that? It takes a lot of time. You don't want to waste your time doing stuff like that.
This all goes hand in hand with what everybody's seeing on the news. Like, and I don't, for the life of me, all of the commentators seem so shocked, and it's so profoundly confusing to me. They're like, the cops were on both sides of the. Yeah, duh. Rage Against the Machine's been saying about this for how long now, and you're just getting it?
Yeah.
The cops are the Nazis.
Not even just that.
So they're following the
Whatever way the
Nazi-esque
cop went is
agenda,
what he
yeah.
believed. Is the same thing with the military. It's the same thing with anybody who has any fucking thought process of their own, which is pretty much everybody. They're gonna go whatever way they feel is right for them. So yet another thing you can identify just by social media and like the thoughts of today. It makes no sense how you can't figure out which way a person is going to go when they put it on blast everywhere. I don't think I'm the only person in the fucking world who doesn't have a fucking Facebook. Everybody puts all of their thoughts on the internet today, nowadays, all the time.
Which is fine to a degree. If you have, like, I'm by and large a dopey fuck, so I'm gonna post some fucking cat pictures. It's gonna be fucking hilarious, and everybody's gonna be happy. But
You're very political
when you're
on Facebook.
I mean, compared to some people, like,
Oh yeah.
you gotta keep in mind, I post.
Well, people are all about them conspiracy theories.
I
and shit
post
like
a
that.
political meme. I'm not on Andrew Cuomo's Facebook calling him a cunt.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's a substantial difference. I'm talking to the people around me. I'm not going out of my way to aggravate and, like,
You didn't try to fucking put anything on fucking Donald Trump's Twitter?
I will not
Shut your
confess
fucking
in
mouth.
either way
You
whether I
did.
have an account that
You
is
did.
pseudonymous that every now and then told him to go fuck
You're
himself.
fucking hilarious.
Here's the thing,
I
though.
love it.
Not just that, you were antagonizing the rightists for a while until they blocked you or something, right?
No, the president.
Uh,
Like, I would argue with them
Yeah.
on that Twitter. But they were responding to me telling the president to go fuck himself. They were on my shit. Saying they started it.
One thing that's kind of crazy is like a lot of people like a lot of these fucking righties are like, and I don't care. I'm calling them righties. I don't give a fuck. I gave them.
It is who they are.
They're like on this conspiracy theory bullshit. This new conspiracy theory kick, like where they're just like, oh yeah, well, you don't know, the fucking mailman dumped it in the fucking trash, da da da, all these votes and everything else. There's so many conspiracy theories. Conspiracy theories abound. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, we've been doing conspiracy theory bullshit. We've looked at it, analyzed it, objectively fucking did this, that, and the third. I've been doing this shit for fucking, since I was 14 years old. I've been looking at everything.
around there.
Just like looking at everything. Like, well, this is what's wrong with the system. This is what's wrong with the system. And I feel almost like because we started at that age, we kind of graduated from it, so we're able to like we're at a point where we're mature, or like we're at a doctorate level.
We're
We
nuanced.
should say, yeah, we're nuanced to it. We're at a doctorate level of like the conspiracy theory bullshit.
Right.
So you can pick and choose and pick out what's got credence and what doesn't. These motherfuckers just started this shit 4-6 years ago.
Well, and that
They just started it 4-6 years ago.
kind
So,
of in that direction. Like on the day after Trump got elected, my first Facebook post was like, "Oh, good, the election's over. Everybody can go back to pretending to not care about politics again."
Yep, I remember that.
Like, because that's normally what fucking happens.
Yeah.
Normally, it would just be me, my friends, and crazies
Yo, bro, do you
following
understand
politics.
But now everybody's crazies.
So everybody's involved. Everybody's interested again.
Right. Now everybody's crazies, but this is how you fucking live your life. And this is how you base your whole entire fucking subjective view on the world.
Check this out.
So when you're
Thinking
new
about
to it, you don't have a nuanced, fleshed out ideology. You
Exactly.
have, oh, I'm just coming into this. Here's what I think.
that? Yo, check this out. Now,
Because you've seen it on Facebook, a Facebook meme or something.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
but-
where'd you learn that? Oh, did you read it on Facebook? Yeah, good.
think
Okay,
about
cool.
this. The past 4 years, more people pay attention to politics than the entire 8 years that George Bush was being a terrible president.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And 9/11 happened when that.
Oh, yeah.
When he was the president.
Yo,
Think
somebody
about
told
that
me
shit.
today. I'm fucking sorry. Somebody told me today that they wish another 9/11 would happen because they want us to be united again. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yo, bro, like, literally a national tragedy happened, and people still didn't pay attention to politics. Still. And fucking...
Well, that's the thing.
This guy's in here fucking up for 4 years. Everybody's... I literally know about politics, and I knew nothing about politics before he became president.
Right. Like,
Nothing.
I for the longest time, I was, call it attention starved, politically, because I was like, I know all these things, and I watched this show, and I read this book, and I looked into this, and I looked into that, and everyone's just like, yeah, we're watching American Idol. What are you doing?
Yeah. Like, who
I'm like,
gives a fuck?
but it's happening. Like, we just bombed brown people fucking again.
Yeah.
And everyone's just like, yeah, dude, no. Like, who's getting voted off?
Yeah.
Me, apparently.
And
Fucking
and
idiots.
now it's like it's a thing. It's a big inclusive thing. Like so many people are paying attention to this shit. Like I have heard more about politics in the past 4 years than I have ever heard in my entire life. And that's 32 years of living?
A couple months after Trump got elected, I was still working where I was working, and I was walking past a conversation happening about politics, and these were not bright people particularly. They were just regular ass, normal brain people who aren't typically politically motivated, and they were talking about who got selected to be the head of the Department of Education. I can't remember her name now, but the crazy lady. Yeah, DeVos or Devos, however.
Okay.
They were talking about her, and like it kind of dawned on me, and I even mentioned it to the people that were talking about it at the time. I was like, you guys know who got elected for things. Not just the fucking president and the vice president.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like undersecretaries and fucking cabinet members and shit. This is new.
Yeah.
Like-
Bro, I paid attention for the first time in my life. I paid attention to the congressional election. I watched it. I watched the congressional election more than I watched the presidential election.
Yeah.
And that never happens, because I had it on my phone, and you just click, and it'll tell you how many votes the president got, and then you can switch over to the congressional election. I was switching over to the congressional election every hour on the hour, just trying to see which way it was going to go. I had no idea it was going to take as long as it did.
Right.
So I kind of fell off. But the first, after the presidential election was over, I was still watching the fucking congressional election for a whole 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
Afterwards. I don't give a fuck who the president is.
I wasn't the only one, and it kind of made me feel a little less like a phone junkie, but because I am a tech nerd and I play with my toys a lot more often that is probably healthy, but I'm sitting there, phone in hand, like, oh, I'm going out for a cigarette break at work. Refresh on the stupid fucking maps.
Yeah.
Deadass
with the maps, bro.
And then other people are out there like, did the needles move? Like, no, the needles didn't move.
Yeah, nothing's
got,
moving.
2 or 3
It's
days
fucking
left.
been been stuck here for fucking 4 days. I've been watching this shit. and people are pissed, bro, because now that the shit is decided and done and over with, and the whole shit went fucking left, all people are pissed. All the conspiracy theories are like the right wing conspiracy theories are getting real epic right now. Like I heard that
I love how often they contradict each other. I really do.
I heard that Biden's planning on what the fuck was it? Somebody told me this shit. It was fucking hilarious. He was planning on just annexing the whole what was it? The where the citizenship shit and just making everybody here a citizen, like all the illegal aliens and shit. Yeah,
badass.
He's just gonna no, he
He's
can't.
not going to. But
He
that would
can't
be fucking
do
awesome.
that. He first of all,
That's
he
something I
can't do
would do.
anything without congressional consent. And no fucking body is going to
nobody would.
completely back that.
No.
So how do you think that he can just do that? Like, you literally watched your president that you supported so much. When he first got in, he made all of these fucking announcements that this is what. What were they called that he was doing in the beginning? Just a bunch of executive order.
Executive, yeah.
He was just making executive order after executive order after
A lot
executive
of
order,
presidents
and
do
then
executive orders.
yeah, I understand that.
After
But
executive
if
order.
they're not backed up, they get chopped. So what makes you think he could just do this? So what are you worried about?
One thing that keeps getting me is, all right, so a very obvious statement about me. I'm a wee bit of a socialist.
Yeah.
But I actually know what the fuck that means. They keep saying Joe Biden's a socialist
He's really
without
the
ever
furthest thing.
talking about economy, which is what socialism is. It's redistribution of wealth, not necessarily vis-a-vis, the Russian method of cutting people's heads off and chucking rich people out of their palaces.
Yeah.
It's, figuring out what needs to be fixed in order to get the money in the right place so everybody has a happier fucking life.
Yeah.
Right.
These people don't bring economics into it at all, and they think he's a socialist, which means that abortions are a thing. Abortion has literally nothing to do with socialism.
Yeah.
That's a moral issue, and kind of a debunked one at that.
Yeah.
Like, you can feel how you feel about it, but realistically, pro-choice is the only obvious answer.
Not to mention
Like,
the
you're not
fact
killing
that
babies, don't worry
if you're
about it.
not a woman, your say is pretty much it. Sorry, I'm
Unless
sorry.
you agree with women and are backing them up and supporting them, good job.
No, even your support isn't needed.
No,
Because when
it really is in that this whole system
Yeah, I
set up for
understand that.
white men. White
But
men need to say,
when
yes,
it comes
the women
down
are right.
to it, in the end-all catch-all of it, first of all, let's make 2 points. Men have no real say in it because you're not making the baby, so you can't just like you can't say she's gonna get an abortion. Like, you can't tell her she's gonna get one.
Right.
You can't tell her she's not. Not to mention
sure,
the fact
for sure,
that most
100%.
of these motherfucking politicians that are against fucking abortion have had a side bitch who has gotten an abortion sometime in their lifetimes. Like, a bunch of them.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't come out in the news, but
the
we
funnier-
all know it happens because these
funnier
bastards
thing-
are fucking nasty.
The funnier thing is because of their stupid ideology, they kind of have to keep voting for very extreme measures. Stuff along the lines of a miscarriage
Going off script,
is
boys.
essentially the same thing as an abortion without medicine or a vacuum involved.
Yeah, that's fine.
So these dickheads have to give like a funeral because in certain states they're voting for shit like you have to give a funeral to a miscarriage because I was a baby because life begins at fucking conception, not at fucking birth.
Yeah.
Like normal people think. So they're burying and putting up gravestones for fucking
Fetuses.
bad job fucking. Like your wife has had many of your wives have had miscarriages.
Yeah.
Did they deserve to go to fucking prison? No.
Is that a thing? Is it
Yeah.
bad to have a miscarriage?
To them?
Really? Did not know that. I thought that was just a natural thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's kind of a. I'm an atheist. You'll get used to that. One of the common tropes in atheist circles is God's killed more babies than every human combined. Miscarriages happen, so do periods, and
Is that killing?
I think we should kill babies. So
Well, but that differs from what you were just saying about God kills babies.
yeah, if you consider a miscarriage or an abortion killing babies, then yes,
But God didn't do that.
sure he did. He made humans. He also
okay.
made the person
Well,
miscarry
okay, see, now
because he
you're
has a divine
connecting-
plan that we're all going to follow.
I mean, look, I'm not.
Yeah, we're not going to have that conversation
We're not
right now.
gonna
I'm
do
just saying. the
You're
idea
connecting dots where dots
the
aren't
idea that
connectable.
a fetus, particularly in the early months, is a human being is preposterous, and these idiots legislate as if that's the case
I mean,
because they believe wonky shit, not based on reality, based on
here's what's
their
crazy.
preference of ideology.
They all call me the liberal, flatland and city fuck at my job. But I tell them, like, look, I'm not against them. I'm against abortion personally, for me. Like, so if I knock somebody up, I want my kid to be born. That's just my own personal opinion. But I'm not about to sit here and tell nobody they can't have no fucking kid.
It's the most reasonable stance.
Not my fucking, like, it's just the way I feel. Like, and I'm not even going to tell the chick. I'm not going to say, oh, well, you shouldn't have the kid. Nah, I want to see what my kid looks like, because chances are it's going to be pretty fucking awesome. All my kids are fucking awesome.
I'm tired of your technology strobing on me.
I don't know what's happening. You guys screw that in tighter. But we don't have to worry about that.
That's what
But
she said.
are we veering off topic a bit?
No, I
definitely
kinda, I
did.
kind of want to get back to it because, like, there's
Yeah,
still.
I know, but I feel like we're beating it.
No, I think we just need to be more. We need to move away from the obvious. I think because
break.
that's where we've been. Is kind of we've touched on.
Take a break.
We've touched on the obvious, like what
Yeah,
we've seen.
100%.
I think we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, maybe go in for a bit more nuance and stuff that maybe you think that you don't think others think, and stuff you've seen maybe you don't think others have seen.
Okay.
So we'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Sure.
All right.
Yep.
Stay following if you
100%.
are following.
There's nobody watching. There's 4 people watching.
Yeah, that goes.
Hang on,
goes
hang on,
completely
fuck
far
asses.
cry from nobody
Don't call me a
watching.
fuck ass. I'll
Don't
fuck
be a
your
fuck
ass.
ass.
host.
Welcome back to the DoDaKa live stream. We've been talking on the. Wow, that's a lot of noise. We've been talking on the tragedy at the Capitol
And the hilarity of.
Yeah, of people just not knowing anything about how government works. What? Say something.
Yeah, use your face words.
Yeah.
Face words. Yeah, so what we're going to kind of do is we're going to kind of lighten it up a little bit. We're going to move forward with a little bit of, I mean, we might backtrack to this a little bit, but at the same time, I mean, we're going to also be ourselves, and we're going to kind of like ad-lib it forward and just enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, definitely.
So you guys can get to know us a little bit better on a different level.
I'm actually going to start off, if you don't mind, with a quick question.
Send it.
Do you guys watch The Daily Show?
I used to watch it every
The Trevor
day.
Noah version? I watched
I
clips.
think it's The Daily Show. It's there's this guy who does interviews at a bunch of Trump events.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. The
That
white guy. That
he,
guy's
he
hilarious.
had one at the riots.
Really?
Yes,
I
he
gotta
was
find
there.
this.
He was there when it happened, and he is doing his normal thing where he just doesn't pull any punches. He walks up to one guy. Go watch the video if you can. Find it. I can't remember his name, but if you're on YouTube long enough, it'll take you there. And he has one guy's walking by and he's like, "All right, which way's the sedition? Is it this way? Where we go for the sedition? What are you doing? Is that the way to the sedition? All right, everybody's pushing that way. We're going that." And it's the same shit like shtick he normally does, but at the end it's just like, "Well, you're at the Capitol where everybody fucking like breaking
Jordan Klepper?
national." Yes, and it is fucking hilarious. Like his normal thing is like the Trumpers will kind of tell on themselves. He didn't really get that
But he
so
did
much
that.
with this.
Yeah.
Because, like, normally it'll be like, the one guy's like, "Oh, I like Trump." He's like, "Why do you like Trump?" He's like, "Oh, he's good for the economy." He's like, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" "Oh, I'm an unemployment insurance broker." Like, "Oh, of course you're fucking doing well, you cunt."
but that was in the beginning.
Well, but I'm saying, like, that's
Yeah.
his normal
Yeah.
shtick. This one was a
Right.
bit more, like, kind of poking the bear, as it were. And
Why do you like Trump? He's like, he's good for the economy.
Thanks.
Dickhead.
Yeah, it's gonna happen at some point, I guess. This one was a bit more, I guess, surreal, because the people, like, he was following one guy dressed all in camo. He's like, "Hey, you going to a war?"
Yeah.
Like, what you dress like that for?
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm allowed to dress how I want." Like, "Yeah, but you're wearing a lot of camo, aren't you?" Kind of.
Yeah, I can't see it. What's going on? Are you trying to sneak into something? Which is also a hilarious thing. You wear a bunch of camo to a giant white building.
That always gets me. It's like the uniform of the idiot is camouflage anywhere that's not a fucking rainforest.
Don't they make like snow camo white? All like, don't you think that would probably be a better idea?
They have, digital camo, and I'm sure they have something even better than that now, which is meant to kind of blend into a more urban society, like, because we invaded, cities and stuff and other independent nations who had no reason to have American people there. Yeah, I'm just saying, opinions.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they have camo that would have actually made sense in a city.
Yeah, no, it's just fucking hilarious. People, they get so set in their ways that they just do the dumbest shit and don't even notice that they're doing it.
Like the amount of dickheads yelling "You're a traitor" while attacking the American government just made it. I was trying to not be
it's
that
horrible.
guy while watching the streams that I was watching. Like, "Oh, this is fucking hilarious,"
Yeah.
but it was fucking hilarious.
No, it was funny as fuck.
Like, a cop died, a couple of idiots died, a lot of stuff got broken.
Some stuff got stolen.
Some security measures were definitely breached.
People sat at a desk respectfully.
But it was all fucking hilarious to watch. And that's the one thing you never see on mainstream media. MSNBC, CNN, I know you're not watching. Somebody please clip this and send it to them. Be funnier.
Yeah.
And laugh at shit when it's funny. If Bertha is yelling about other people being traitors while doing treason, laugh.
Yeah.
You fucking cunts.
I understand.
This is a
feel
PSA.
away.
My name's Danny, and I stand by the statement.
He doesn't like.
You
to
might
say
feel
this.
away, but let's just keep it. Let's keep it light here because that shit was fucking hilarious. There was a lot of it. Like honestly, there's nothing you can do about it. So when it's stupid, laugh at it. It makes the people who are doing it feel stupid.
Like, there's a lot of people that shouldn't be. There's a lot of people that you don't want to laugh at them, but there's a lot of American people who are just even their aesthetic. I try not to, if you're fat, you're fat. I don't give a remote part of a fuck. I'll still hit it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, so what?
But there's just certain people whose aesthetic you laugh at, like when you're the black guy wearing all the Trump gear with the Georgian accent. We're gonna laugh at you. It's what we're gonna do.
It's fucking funny.
I'm
literally seen the Georgia guy with the fucking the Trump supporting the Georgia guy, and it's like, God.
Like, it just reminds you of the Dave Chappelle bit. Like, it really does. The blind racist.
Yeah, no, I was actually looking for. I was waiting for him to say something like that so I could laugh my ass off every single time.
Take off your hood, brother.
Yeah.
But
Show us your face.
that's
Niggers, Chanks,
Jews, they all stink.
and I hate them.
wow.
Power.
You can clip that. That's fine. I know.
That monkey's beating up my hood.
Sir, I have not now or have I ever been involved in any niggerdom.
Sorry. And every now and then you need to take a moment of reflection and just smile. And I'm not afraid to leave a little bit of fucking dead air on a show. I will sit here and just smile.
There's a reason as to which, I don't know, I feel like, Dave Chappelle definitely fucking pulled his shit. Like, he even pulled it from Netflix. Once it got absorbed into Netflix, he's like, yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
No, I think it was just
I don't know how much of
contractual
that
stuff.
Yeah,
Most of that stuff,
Was it, though?
I think most of
It
that
was.
stuff he stands by. It's just the
No,
the
it
last
wasn't-
season was where he had issue.
Yeah, no. And the thing about it is the reason that he wanted the shit pulled from all of the streaming is because contractually they're allowed to do it. But he doesn't get paid for any of it, and it was all his ideas. So
Right.
it's not about can you do it or not. Is it right for them to make money off of something that I made and they don't have to pay me for it?
Yeah.
And that's why he wanted to pull. Like Netflix immediately pulled it.
Honestly, I'm surprised we don't see it more from black people. They're just like, suck a dick. You can't make money
Niggas
off my
don't really
media.
think about it, son. And the thing about it is, it really he didn't even put it to the companies because the companies are gonna do whatever it is to take money. He put it to the fans. Like, if you really like me, don't watch it.
Yeah.
If they can't make money off of it, they'll get rid of it.
As much as
Or they'll find some way, like, we can come to a compromise to where I actually get paid for something that I thought about.
As much as, like, I know white people are gonna flip their shit if it happens, we need not necessarily black, but people of color equivalents of pretty much every major fucking consumable media type.
Yeah.
Like, we need a black fucking YouTube. We need a black Twitter. Black Twitter is like a meme. Like,
No, Black Twitter's a thing, bro. And you will get ripped apart on Black Twitter.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like a meme, but like, it's a place like where you can
It's a thing, bro.
you
I'm not
can
kidding.
actually post
like-
black media.
Like Christian Find or whatever the fuck it's
No,
called.
bro, it's regular Twitter, but it's like just a coalition of black. They will tear you apart, bro. Tear you apart.
Me
But they
specifically?
also
Fuck.
hype each other up too.
Yeah. It's very,
It's
very
a place where
empowering.
you just get to be a black person.
Like, you go on Black Twitter and say anything about Beyonce that isn't positive, you'll get your fucking ass rigged, bro. You'll be all over the country
But like, there
Well, why
needs to
would you say
be.
anything negative about Beyonce.
because some
Because
people don't
she's
like
not
Beyonce.
great.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah, and shut up because
Shut
I don't
your
want Black
fucking
Twitter
mouth.
after us.
I don't give a fuck. That's promotion, I guess.
Cancel culture is
What's
really not
wrong
gonna help
with
us.
what's wrong with Beyonce?
All right, let's talk.
Let's talk about Beyonce.
I am not a huge Beyonce fan. Like, I like
I'm
some
not
of her
huge
music,
either, but like
but Like when it comes,
What's
I'm
wrong
like
with
everything that's nothing. There's nothing wrong. Like I don't have a problem with anything that Beyonce does. I don't have a problem with anything that Beyonce says. I just am not the hugest fan of her music. I like some of her music, the majority of it I don't listen to. It doesn't mean I don't like Beyonce as a person. I like Kanye West. I hate the person that he is.
I don't like his music or him.
Yeah. I love Kanye West's music, but I don't like him as a person. He's a terrible person.
I don't like, and I might get flack for this, I don't like most mainstream modern hip-hop.
Okay.
Like, my brother loves Kendrick Lamar. I don't fucking get
I've
it.
never listened to all of Kendrick, but what I have heard of Kendrick Lamar, I like, but I haven't listened to his albums.
Right, I mean, and
I think
maybe,
I listened to the first one.
Maybe it's an age thing. I grew up in the fucking, the early, late 90s.
Yeah.
Like, we had kind of hardcore, gutter kind of rap. Some of the softer stuff, I'm not a party guy anyway, so like the dance beats and all that, it really doesn't.
But like Kendrick Lamar's
I
music,
like a lot of the messaging though.
He got a lot of positive protest typey music too, and that's what most people identify with when it comes to him. Like he's very positive, very pro-black,
and good for him. I just it's sonically.
I never had a problem with
the sound is not my.
You just don't listen to a lot of his shit.
I did when it was like big and popping, but like I never really.
I mean, it still is. It's just.
Yeah, I mean, but like when it first started off, I didn't go into that.
One, you don't listen to the radio as much. Neither do I. So you'll get a.
Yeah, I do though.
Bush is also a fucking boomer at heart. Like
I don't listen to the radio as much. So whatever.
Shut the fuck up.
Whatever Kendrick Lamar I catch.
Don't be a boomer then.
Is random.
I'm not a boomer. I'm just I'm a guy who likes to fucking be like, okay. I'm not shunning technology, but I'm definitely not relying on it.
Like if you think about it,
stop.
All right, let's do it. Let's look at it like this.
I'm a simple man, dude. I don't.
That's fine.
Simple.
But you have.
I listen to everything, man.
You have artists. I don't know how much you stream, but you stream a lot. So you have artists who, as soon as you hear they're dropping something, you'll listen to that album.
No, I don't do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
So do I. Kendrick Lamar is just not one of those people for me because I haven't listened to his shit. It's not like his music is bad or good.
Like,
Same thing with Beyonce.
Honestly, I was so ecstatic when I heard the newest Childish Gambino album was coming out.
Yeah.
I didn't like it, but I was ecstatic that it was coming out.
You listen to it. Like I'll discover artists that I like. Like this artist, her name is Kehlani, black girl, and
I've heard her.
yeah. And I listened to like 2 or 3 songs off of her album, and I liked them. And that's like kind of my quota for listening to your album. If I like at least 2 or 3 songs off of it, I'll listen to the whole album just to see if there's anything else I like. But things like that.
I'm gonna say something very unfair. The only mainstream artist that released a song in hip hop that I've been even mildly interested in actually had nothing to do with her.
Well, what is it?
What the fuck is her name? WAP.
Cardi B or
Cardi B.
Sure. Oh, I love fucking Cardi B.
I'm not a fan, but because I follow like
I'm dead ass serious.
I follow politics and all that stuff.
That's because you try to be younger than you are.
No,
like,
bro.
you're
I listen to her music and I listen to her. She's actually pretty fucking smart.
Yeah, she's so much smarter.
Smart and hilarious.
I'm not saying
and
her
music is
completely besides the point. Completely besides the point.
What?
The only thing I really liked about it was Ben Shapiro's stupid fucking ass reading them in a serious tone.
That was like a blip on the radar as far as I'm concerned. Like, I didn't even fucking care about that.
Oh, it was fucking hilarious. It was comedy gold. It was unintentional comedy gold.
No, he did that on purpose. I swear to God, he did that. There's no way they did not.
No, he's that fucking white.
No, there's no way he didn't know they were gonna make him a meme. That shit was so funny.
No,
he's the same guy that said he can't get his wife wet and that any wet vagina is a sign of an illness.
Yes, I know.
No, fuck that. He's just that white and sad,
bro.
He's just that white and sad.
So
fucking yo, son.
If he ever puts out a rap album and it's not called White and Sad, I'm gonna murder him. I shouldn't say that out loud, but
yo,
I stand by it. God damn it!
So funny, son.
This is satire.
That shit had me dying.
When it comes to Cardi B,
yeah.
Like, here's the thing. Like, I feel like in order for you to like truly appreciate her, okay, so you're coming from a fucking zone where you appreciate people for who they are as people.
Okay. Weird.
Nowadays, people just look at an artist, listen to half of what the fuck she's got to say outside of what the fuck she's saying.
Yeah.
So when Cardi B does a thing, they're just all about what the fuck she's posting, what the fuck she's sending out, what the fuck she's producing, what the fuck she's... So, WAP and all that. You know what I mean? That's cool. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I love the video.
Yeah, the videos.
Personally, I love the
The
video.
video is fucking awesome.
That's just me because I'm a man and whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? But
I'm gonna come back to it. That
not for
video
nothing,
just reminds me of
when
one
it comes
thing.
to shit like WAP and all that shit, you know, whatever fuck, everything else that she's put out, honestly, because there's other videos out there where she's dirty as fuck, like, it ain't just WAP, you know, that's just tip of the iceberg. And how she probably is as a person, like, I've seen the videos that were put up where she was a stripper, like, I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so let's talk about it in real time. She might not be appreciated by a lot of older. You put me in the category of like
Boomers?
Boomer
Yeah.
mentality. Like, fuck out of here, dude.
You got a
Like,
bit of boomer about you, bud.
I got a bit of boomer about me because I also appreciate the old ways. Like, I do.
Well, yeah, you're allowed to appreciate the old ways, but
Because
You
I
don't
feel
really have
like
much
when you're too
appreciation
dependent
for
on
modernity.
technology, you become weak. Like, I'm fucking sorry. Like, that's just the
right.
point.
But so that's not what I'm talking about as much. Like, I know you're not absolutely a technophobe. You're surrounded literally right now
By a lot
by
of
a
tech.
room of technology.
By a lot of tech.
And
Hey.
like, I know who you are as a person. But when it comes to music, you're a bit of a boomer.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to music,
Yeah, and that's all I was saying.
I need to be convinced that they're good if they're new.
Like, all right, so
that's the
I'll
point
give
I'm
him
gonna
some
make.
credit.
Hold on, wait, no. When you gotta give me something, you gotta let me listen to it, and when I hear it, I'll be like, okay, that's good, according to my opinion and how I
Like,
And
even
I've done that with stuff I fully expected you to be like, what the fuck? Because now I'm a fucking
And then
metalhead,
how
a
many times
hardcore
I'd be
guy,
like, you know
punk.
what, I
like,
like that.
no, but
like,
like
every now and then you're just like, oh, that
I'll-
is fucking
I'll run
on
into
fire. Like, and
situations
shit I would
where-
not have expected. So yeah, I give you that, but
I
you're
run
also
into
a bit of a
situations
boomer.
where I'll
what
play
the genre
songs.
is, it doesn't matter.
like I run into situations where I'll play songs, and he'll know the song, and I'll be surprised that he actually knows it and likes it. But
'Cause I'm trying to
it's-
keep my ear to
it's-
the street, but at the same time,
it's
I'm
just-
not going to
it's
suck
just
the
hard
sack
to-
as much as he sucks the sack.
I don't suck any
No,
sack. I just
because
listen
you,
to music that
this
I
dude
like.
came out with some new shit. It's mumble rap, and I love it.
Who are you talking about?
I don't even know, dude.
Exactly.
Like,
I
there's
don't
sometimes
listen
when
to
you come out of left field
mumble.
with
I
some
don't
shit.
listen to mumble rap. Not name one
I'm
fucking
just
mumble
using
rap
that
artist
as
that
a
I use.
fucking hard point example. Like, you'll show me some shit, and I'm like, okay, that's trash. Because it is so overpopped.
Oh, there's that one guy.
I don't just because it's overpopped.
I don't know his name. You guys both like him. He's like, it's something to do with the church.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
He's kind of mumbly.
Nah, he ain't
no,
mumbling.
he's not mumbly at all.
But I mean, but I see what he's saying.
But he's got that
What's
kind
his
of
name?
like drawl.
Chris
a
put me
little-
onto this nigga.
No. It's Montana.
Montana 300.
Montana 300.
Yeah.
Is that who the
Yeah.
guy is like?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of a pro-black guy.
It was very.
Yeah,
I
no,
can see why
he
you would
killed
call
that
that
shit.
mumbly. I can see.
But
why you
it's a
call
little
it-
bit mumbly. It's not full on like, I sip the drink and
It's
I don't
screaming.
know how to
It's screaming.
speak.
He
Like,
screams. He screams at the mic.
Yeah, yeah.
he definitely does
screams
that.
at
He
the
blows
mic,
out his mic a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. But like,
But-
yeah, no. That's different. But that's more of a mix
But that was-
between
that- he's
newer
not that
style
good.
and old
That's-
style.
that's
Right,
Like,
right.
you gotta be lyrical.
Right, he draws the balance
but-
between them, but a lot, he's
There's a
still
lot of like
mumbles
Meek
a bit.
Mill's type
I'm
yelling
alright
at
with
the
being
mic.
a fucking older style, an older person. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. I guess I'm getting old. What the fuck are you gonna do?
Like I like Drake, Meek Mills.
I
Those
don't.
are now
I don't.
considered older artists now. But I also like they got 504 and
I like Drake.
Pop Smoke. I still love Drake. To this day, I love
I'm
Drake.
kind of getting off. Of
That
Drake,
fucking
man.
that
I'm not gonna lie
the
to you.
last tape he came out with the
I
Dark
kind of R.
Lanes,
Kelly'd. I kind of R. Kelly'd him.
Yeah, I
What do you
Yup.
mean?
I kind of crossed him off the playlist as soon as I found out like there's very, very fucked up valid allegations against him.
no, not
Against
even that.
who?
Just the way
Drake.
he's been performing up till now. That's
What do you
why
mean?
R.
What are
Kelly
you talking about?
He's like grooming. He's like trying to set up his own fucking harem too.
No,
Where the
stop.
fuck did
I
you
don't even
hear
know
that,
That's
nigga?
talking
old
about?
shit.
Nigga, I never heard no
That's
shit
old
like that.
shit.
We gotta talk about
Drake
that,
is
then.
trying to set up a harem.
Like R.
Same
Kelly,
same type
like
of shit R. Kelly was doing,
No
grooming
way, bro.
chicks and fucking.
Never heard no shit like
Yeah,
that.
that's old shit.
Never heard no shit like that.
That is.
I don't know. I never.
All
heard no
right,
shit
so I liked a couple of his
And
shits
if
when
you
when
set
I
up a
first heard
harem
it.
of
But
age bitches, I don't really give a fuck if you got a bunch of fucking. If you
Yeah,
got 50
if you-
of age
if-
bitches at your crib,
I'm
and you're
all-
fucking them all. Go
I'm
ahead,
in-
man.
I'm inclusive
what I'm
as
saying.
fuck. If you want to set up a polycule, go for it. But
they're down
when
with
you
it,
get
Canada, I don't know
sketchy,
what's allowed.
fucking release
Nigga,
papers and everything else.
he literally has a whole estate in Canada. I don't know what the fucking laws are up there. So do what you want to do, nigga. Go ahead. As
Yeah.
long as it's
Kind
not
of a-
underage,
kind
nigga,
of a
I
bad
don't give a
take.
fuck. Bro, I'm talking.
I think that's the problem. I think they are underage, or he's communicating when they're underage, hoping when they turn 18.
See, I didn't hear anything about this. I've never heard
Stop. This is look. Fuck Drake.
Tell
as far
you,
as I'm
Google it,
concerned.
bitch.
Okay, fine. Google it. I don't care. I don't like Drake enough to give a fuck. Like honestly, I'm not gonna listen to him anyway.
Well, I'm more talking to him on this one. Like,
Okay, all right, my bad.
he's saying he still likes Drake.
Nah, I
I
feel-
kind of got away from
In his-
Drake
in his
because
fucking
of the
heyday,
allegations.
You know, you take Drake back to his heyday. Like he was fucking. He did some shit.
Nah, nigga, he still does shit.
Well, because we was talking about all we talked about when we was younger is like if you find somebody who could rap on par, rap
and
on
sing
key,
on par.
and sing a little something on par, and keep the shit, the middle ground. Somebody who
Yeah.
can like kill the R&B, but also kill the rap.
And that's
Drake-
why we're all on Drake when he did
a lot
it.
about it. He did a lot with that.
I'm just saying that's why I moved away from him. Like,
He
But
still
then
does.
I-
now,
for
that's
all I
fine
know,
that he
like,
still does.
for
sing.
all I know, his newest tracks are awesome as shit.
Mhm.
But I wouldn't know because I don't give him burn.
Yeah.
But who
It's kind of what I was saying there. I
Honestly,
just
Like he
didn't-
lost a couple points with
Sorry
me
to put
when I
too
found
much
out that
out.
he didn't
Like,
write
it's
all
like-
this shit. But that's just me on my lyricist shit.
that's always gonna happen. Like no
Yeah,
matter
but
how big your
nine-
band gets, somebody's
Stop,
gonna
don't
help.
start with the lyricist shit. Don't fucking get me started.
I'm a lyricologist.
He a lyricist. he ain't got lyrics like that. He's fucking taking fucking writings from people. He's
And this
taking
is
fucking-
why
he's taking
this is
shit.
why he lost points with me.
Yeah, exactly. So he
But a
should
lot
lose
of
all the
lyricists write
points.
their
Like, I'm
own
sorry.
shit,
Like,
like-
if 50% of his shit is shit that he got from writers.
Let's talk about lyricists that you actually like. Like, all right,
Yes, let's talk about it.
Styles P and Jadakiss. You think anybody ever wrote any of their shit?
Yes, I think that might maybe a
Wrong.
few things.
They wrote shit for niggas, but nobody's ever wrote any of their shit.
Okay,
They
but I was
they
saying
stand
that,
by
like,
Method
if
Man.
Anybody did,
Fucking
METHOD.
Method Man. Anybody from Wu Tang. Nobody's ever written any of their shit.
what
they
I'm saying
write their
is,
own
like,
shit.
You asked me a question.
Yeah.
So like Styles P and all that. Yeah, okay. In my opinion, without knowing, because I haven't done the research, I'm not the smartest guy in the room. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna go ahead and say, if any writing was done for them, it was minimal at best. That was what I was gonna say.
From their own for
Because I don't know.
You
100%.
know,
for risk of
hang on.
their own honor
you want,
and name.
You want to know what the
they
difference
have
is?
they've put it forward. A lot
Okay,
of
so you're preaching my point.
You wanna know what
a
the
lot
difference
of
is,
rappers have put, not just rappers, but a lot of
Preaching
the
my point
lyricists
when it comes to
that
Drake.
we have loved over the years have put it straightforward.
You want to know what the
And
difference
Drake
is, though?
never-
Those who
never
kind of
was the type
stay.
of nigga to say
Listen.
100% that he wrote his own shit. He said he writes. He never said that he writes all his own shit. He
God,
just said
that
he
does
writes.
not fucking preclude you from fucking being a fucking. Come on.
Now, all the other
Like,
lyricists,
hang
like
on.
fucking Method Man. Hold on.
I think hang on. I think the difference is who's independent and who's not. Who's got their own shit set up and who doesn't. So like when you're Drake, at a certain point, your company gets too big for you. So yeah, somebody might end up having to write lyrics for you because you're touring too much. Styles, as much as I fucking love him, doesn't get the burn you might think he does.
No, he gets.
Oh, but
he
that's
gets
just
plenty
because
burn,
he's
but-
not mainstream. He's not a niche.
Exactly.
He's
So
not hit-
he's
he's
probably not
not
even
pop.
getting off. Like, he doesn't have like a whole
Drake is pop.
studio exec thing set up where some dickhead white dude in his suit's waiting for you to put out a fucking certain amount of albums per quarter and what
Why
have
not?
you. Like they're in different circumstances and different
Drake doesn't have a
circumstances.
dickhead white
Why
dude. He's
not?
under
Love
fucking Young Money.
a lot
He's
of
under
songs
Lil
put
Wayne.
out by Drake.
Lil Wayne,
Right.
all that.
Love a
And
lot of
Lil
songs
Wayne
put out by
shit.
Drake.
Like he has people that work for that. His whole structure is set up.
Yeah.
That white dude's telling him when to put fucking music out and shit.
Also not true because he's under fucking Cash Money. He was ran by Baby. All black
Right.
owned
No.
businesses.
Yeah, they're all black owned. They have media setups. like markets. Like
Okay.
there's entire teams working behind the scenes you don't hear about.
Yeah.
Styles, I don't think really has that.
Everybody has
Not
setups,
the
nigga.
same giant structure of it.
Okay.
Like you gotta think about where their market reaches, who's doing what. Like there's people that literally just get paid to.
She heard that about Drake. I didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
I never heard that about Drake.
Like and
What?
it's not new shit. It's old shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not. I never heard this. Well,
I think it depends on like your
I'm saying,
circumstance.
like,
Like
go back
I'm
to
on
old
Facebook
school
a lot.
Drake,
You're
like-
not.
Yeah.
You're working on more like Drake-ish, like Drake stuff. Like, but as you get into the fucking timeline of things, he's just a pop star. He really is. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. He just is. He just is.
And
He
here's
is a
the
Wrong
pop
with
star.
that, that's fine.
You don't have
That's
any
cool.
control over being a pop star. If you're popular, you're popular.
No.
Pop
There's
is a
pop
popular- I
stars.
get it, but
there's
here's the
pop
fucking
stars
thing
and
that-
there's performers. There's a pretty substantial difference.
No, but he's listen. Drake gets his money. He does his thing. He's a fucking performer. He does what the fuck he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking hating on that. However, if you're gonna call yourself anybody on the next level, like Drake doesn't meet my he doesn't make my top 20.
No.
He can't
No.
because he's not. He's just not. I don't care what his sales were. I don't care what his fucking records did. I don't give a fuck about none.
I don't care about none of that. I care about the music. And the thing, like,
music.
to be completely honest, I would have put Drake at probably like 19 on my top 20
Okay,
before
so
I
maybe
found
he
out
breaks
about
my
the.
top 20. Maybe.
But then I found out about the non-writing thing, and that pushes you right out of the 20.
You just found out about that?
No, years ago.
Okay, that's what I'm fucking saying.
That's what I'm saying.
So
But
what are we even talking
before I found out about that, I'd have gave him 19,
All right.
20.
So all right. Who are you listening to now? Like who what would you recommend if somebody had a gun to your head?
Moray, he's a newer artist out of South Carolina.
All right.
He's like a rap singy type of thing. Like his records is more like it's hip hop, like hard gutter rapish type shit, but he's singing it. He's really good,
All right.
and I fucks with him. He only got like 7 songs out right now, but I've been listening to him since he dropped the first song. And really, honestly, the only reason I know about him is because of J. Cole, who is also an artist that I fucking love.
Yeah.
And J. Cole gave him a plug. Like, he put his name on his Twitter or whatever. I don't got Twitter. I just heard that he, you know what I'm saying, gave him the cosign. Now, let me see what this nigga talking about. And I played the first song, and it was fire. Then I played the second song that he came. Because, like, I literally listened to the first song. That was the only song he had out. Then he dropped another one. I subscribed to his YouTube, so now I get it every time he drops, like, a video.
Right.
So, and, like, out of the 7 songs, 5 of them are good. So, it's like, okay, I can fuck with that.
Yeah, I made you guys listen to like the only kind of new age rapper I've been listening to for a minute. And I've been kind of going weirdly hard on him. It's the shit I made you guys listen to.
What?
Corpse Husband.
Is that a person?
Yeah. It was. Remember the super bassy dude,
Oh, okay.
like with like the kind of heavy fucking trudging like beat.
You got anything?
I've been on his shit for a minute.
I mean,
If you don't got nobody, you know it is what it is.
no, I'm gonna send you somebody, but
Mhm.
I don't know what kind of credibility this dude deserves. Like, I'm
Okay.
not even gonna I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like, oh, this guy is the truth, da 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 da. But one dude that, like, I just heard a recent thing about, and I was just listening to something, and he's a Lil Wayne dude. He
Mhm.
came from Lil Wayne. Jack Harlow.
Oh, Jake Harlow.
Yeah.
I never listened to his. Oh, that fucking
He's a white boy.
But his
only
one song
because-
that I know is fire, and the remix is
What's
fire
Poppin'?
too. What's poppin'? Yeah, that shit is hard.
I've never even heard
It's
it.
fucking hard. Like, he kills it.
No, he killed it.
Like,
definitely
not for
killed it.
nothing. He killed it. And, like, I don't know what the rest of his shit is.
Yeah, I
It's
never
just,
heard
It's
it.
just
What's
something
the
that
style?
I came past.
It's just regular ass fucking rap, nigga. Like
No,
lyrical rap type
I
shit.
mean-
It's not like fucking speed rapping.
but it's not like Lil Wayne.
It's not.
Kinda, not really.
No, here's the thing. It's not mumble shit.
No, it's not mumble.
It's not mumble.
'Cause I honestly feel like, and I might be wrong in this, I might get criticism for it. I honestly feel like Lil Wayne helped kick off the mumble thing. Like, not necessarily just him, like 3-6 Mafia kind of pushing that direction and shit like that. Like, a lot of those southern guys that, like,
And the other reason why I said
didn't enunciate.
The other reason why I said this, guys, because it's just the most recent, like, YouTube search that I've done. Like, on a new guy. Like, that's it. It's not, like, I think...
Yeah, you're not giving the cosign.
Like, I'm not giving
like,
anything.
you just...
I'm not giving a cosign.
You heard the song, you wasn't... Did you
I was
hear
like,
the
oh,
remix?
that's all right. Yeah, I mean, like...
Lil Wayne and Tory Lanez in them?
The Baby, Tory Lanez, Lil Wayne, yeah.
Yeah. It's a good...
It's not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
fuck. I mean, like, if I was a young dude nowadays, yeah, I'd be rocking this. I mean, I'm rocking it.
See,
I got new artists that I listen to that I know you probably wouldn't listen to at all.
I don't know who the fuck I would be. I think I would be...
This is a moment where I think we should play it.
no, we're
No,
not.
we're not gonna do that.
We're not
Yeah,
going to get
we're
ourselves
not
kicked off the internet.
Oh, no, it's a video that's already out there. Like,
Yeah,
but
that's the
there's
problem.
Copyright
Copyright
there's
material.
Copyright material, yeah.
well,
They'll
And
take your shit down.
everybody's stepping up their shit on that. So, like, we could share stuff where people are talking or whatever, no problem. You try to play anything
you
with
have
the
to go
digital...
big enough to actually be noticed.
No, it's an automated thing.
Yeah,
It'll
yeah.
just kick you the fuck off as soon as it can tell you're doing it.
Yeah, no. And it's fine because most people can find this stuff
Yeah.
and look it up for themselves. I listen to this artist called 504 and love him. Love him, deaf kid from Brooklyn. You might not like him because of his style. It's all like kind of like a.
What about it? Well, why the fuck does it matter?
I would have to have you listen to it for you to
What's
know
the
what I'm
matter what I
talking.
think?
Yeah, quick interruption. Go ahead and give your niece a shout out.
Oh, what's up, Ty? What's going on? Love you, but yeah, no, it's not about whether you would like it or not. I'm just telling you, it's something that I listen to, like because you were talking about how I, you were talking about how I listen to new age music and all this other shit, trying to make a joke about it, which I don't really care. You can
So,
joke about it all you want.
No,
I'm
It's just
gonna
what
go
it is
for-
to me.
I'm going to go for a complete non sequitur here.
What?
So, I've been taking a generic version of Lexapro for anxiety, depression. You know, the normal shit, right?
Okay.
That's not actually the subject matter right now. Since I've been taking it, when I drink, it's a whole different type of fucking drink.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it mellowed out all the fucking harsh edges. Even my antacid don't hit the same.
Yeah.
Or the, not antacid, the acid reflux don't hit the same.
Yeah.
Like, they're probably
When I
going to
started
change the
taking
shit
my
because
shit-
it has no fucking mental effect on me. I'm still fucking extremely anxious and depressed.
Yeah.
But this is nice.
when you get drunk, it has a great effect.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, that's
it-
why I like citalopram.
It's not a boost or anything. I'm not getting drunker. It's just a better drunk.
It's a better drunk. You're not getting depressed drunk. You're not getting angry drunk. You're not getting fucking emotional, passionate, over passionate drunk. You're getting
A
like
nice mellow buzz.
like I take mine first thing in the morning as soon as I wake up. That's what I do.
I take mine before I go to bed.
Okay, see.
Little side
I
note:
do
this is not
backwards.
us promoting drinking and taking drugs together. So
No, because if I
Right,
take
if
it
you're
in
gonna
the
do
morning
that,
and I don't
stick with
start drinking
weed
till
and
the
beer.
PM, then you're good. But like my shit, citalopram, like the shit that I'm taking. I remember we talked about it. Like,
I guess it
yeah.
says a lot about what my experience with being drunk is. I was just getting more anxious and depressed while drunk.
yeah,
I mean,
This is actually more of an advertisement.
Maybe,
If you
but at
need
the
mental
same
health
time,
services, get them.
maybe you're just at a point where like you're able to fucking distinguish the two and find a better fucking zone. Like it's all mental. It's all the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
chemical. Yeah, I mean like. So
Well, but my chemistry's broken, so no, that it's even though I don't have enough significant effect to the point where they're probably
Danny, I've seen
changing
it.
me soon.
I've seen a change in you,
They're
sober or not. You're definitely
this is a pleasant combination either way.
yeah. I don't take drugs, so I don't have the experience.
I take drugs.
Some of us have to.
I mean,
I don't
I
have
understand
to.
that. I'm not saying not to
You're
take.
right. Why do you have?
I never said that. Don't do that to me.
But you know what the fuck they say.
Yeah, yes, I know I'm not supposed
You're
to.
right.
I know it says you're
Have
not supposed to
fun.
mix, Lexapro with. Realistically, the label says it's not a good idea because
I mix all of
I mean, but if you're not going anywhere, whatever.
you're supposed to figure out how you respond to it. So, like, they don't want you to get drunk on Lexapro and then
Rock.
try to drive or go to work or anything. I'm on beer number 3, which back in my heyday meant I just woke
Oh,
up.
goddamn.
So,
I'm on 9.
yeah,
Give or take.
I'm on 3. What the fuck have you been doing all day?
drinking.
I got here, and before you got here, I was on 3. Till we started, I was on 3. I'm on. I don't know.
How the fuck did you get to 9?
Just keep drinking.
You have a problem.
Yeah.
Like I was getting everything set up for the day, and I'm just sitting here like very angrily fucking interacting with my laptop.
No, fuck that. I did things too.
And while I was doing that, he got too deep. And before you got here, he cracked his third one open and went, "Where the fuck is Vito? I'm 3 in." I was like, "Nobody told you to get 3 in. What are you doing?"
I did say that. But at the same time, I was already 3 in. So, I mean, you know, hey, you have fun.
That is fucking.
He was making it seem like you were the asshole because you weren't here. I was like, dude, just don't.
So hold on,
drink
time
'em
out.
yet.
What that means you were at least 4 or 5 in when we started
No.
streaming.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Nah, about 4.
There's no fucking way you're at 9 and I'm at 3 and he's at 3. If you were at 3 when we started drinking,
I've been exiting.
He's a bit
lot.
more consistent than we are.
I guess so.
I kept this thing rolling. You guys wanted to fucking, like, I don't know, do some pussified shit where you guys, like, decided what you're gonna do.
I wasn't gonna drink at all tonight.
She's drinking fast as
She's on some shit.
No,
She's also not conversing.
This is my only one.
Oh.
No, she's a liar. That's her second.
No, this is my first. I haven't been drinking. I'm watching videos.
Wow, I could have sworn she, like, because I thought that was all you.
No.
That's you too?
Some of that.
That's his.
Yeah, he's
Damn,
spread out.
son.
He's spread out. He made
Yeah,
himself
this-
comfy.
He got
That's my house, goddammit.
I am
Go ahead,
like,
just-
I am flummoxed and perplexed at your
You use the word
Passing
flummoxed.
speed.
I love that
She
word.
said-
That's a good word.
She said. Flummoxed. He said flummoxed.
I like flummoxed. It's got a good mouth.
like
mouth
perplexed
feel,
better.
right?
Yeah.
Perplexed,
admit
but
this is going
perplexed
off
is
the
a bit
rails a
more
bit?
common.
Yeah.
Like flummoxed has a certain rarity to it and
Yeah, no,
has a
it's-
good mouth feel to it. It's a solid word.
It's a nice emphasis. But yeah, no, that's fucking nuts.
See, that's one of my favorite things about you, and I don't tell you this enough. No, this is not drunk. I love my friend. Shut the fuck up. You randomly interject very, very good words that nobody would expect to come out of your fucking mouth. Not because you're like a hood rat or dumb or stupid or anything. Like just because you're in the middle of a sentence that doesn't have that feel, and all of a sudden it just pops in there, and it's like, oh, well, that was well done.
And it always go there.
Oh, that was very well done, sir.
I always make it fit right where it's supposed to. So it's fucking
I
awesome.
want to fit you where the fuck I like to fit you.
Daddy.
So, we got completely off subject. We have no.
No, we
subject
didn't.
right
We're
now.
fucking perfectly
What are we
on
talking
subject.
about right now?
I don't know.
You guys are talking about feeling great on your drugs and alcohol.
And
talk
then
about-
you kind of perpetuated that. Said flummox. I said
Let's
a
talk
nice
about-
thing, and then we were moving on.
Stupid shit. Like, I don't know, like, things that have happened in the past. Let's have fun.
Things that have happened in the
So
past.
I was on Tinder the other day.
Oh my god,
And
this is good stuff.
One of my matches just I just reminded myself of this. Just opened with "Daddy?" ?
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, baby.
Like,
That's
I'm
the
good.
That's the one right there.
That's the one.
That is absolutely
No.
the one.
She's like, Daddy?
You guys have met me. I don't want the one that goes "Daddy." I want the one that goes, "All the chores are done. Go take a nap. Go play video
Time
games."
out. Hold
Or
on.
nerd.
So
Or
what
nerd.
do you?
She's doing too much.
Yeah, he definitely is. But what do you
Stop,
preface that with?
nigga.
Did you not say anything? Did you not respond? What did you say?
No, I'll give her this. She did one thing I do appreciate. I like when they start the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that. It shows that you're actually willing to participate in the
Yeah.
conversation.
I don't got to do every fucking thing.
Right, like I'm here for a lot of the fucking mental labor, but I can't be
her
all of it.
Daddy.
But that was how she opened the conversation. I was like,
Are you still talking to her?
Stop.
no, but
Have you seen her, or are y'all just talking?
All right. What's her fucking
it was
fucking
last
resume?
night.
What's her resume?
Oh,
Let's talk about it.
no, we're not gonna fucking sit here and judge my fucking Tinder profile.
I mean, like it
Well,
like the
no, we can
meetup.
judge my
Not
Tinder
your
profile.
not
we're not
your
gonna
Tinder
judge
profile.
other people's.
No, but
You can judge
That's a
mine all
fun
you
thing
want.
to
time out. Hold on.
Why
Wait.
not?
But the meetup is completely contingent on you and your timing and shit. So you could have met her last night if you wanted to. Like I met this chick on Bumble
You know I'm not
like
that
a couple
guy.
weeks
You guys
ago.
are talking about shit.
You know I'm
And
not that guy.
I know that, but like I think we talked maybe a day, and then the next day we went out and we hung out. So it's completely contingent on what you're willing to do and what she's willing to do if y'all willing to see each other. So
I kind of got the vibe that if I said, let's go, I'd have been over there.
Yeah.
It'd have been easy, but that's not who I am.
yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like even just to chill, or like because I find that I am more of a face-to-face person. I don't like talking over those apps or even talking on text. I like to meet you and talk to you face-to-face. I feel like you're more natural when you're in
now?
Hear me out on this one.
I like that.
If I sit there and text with you for a minute and feel you out,
Yeah.
I get a chance to, when I do meet you, get past my anxiety at least to a certain degree, because I know you know at least to a certain degree what you're getting into.
Yeah.
You know when you sit down across from me, and we've been texting for like a week or two, that when I say something fucking weird, and that might seem out of pocket, it's me.
You see, my thing is, no offense to you, but I'm a winner, so I don't really have to.
Listen. I'll say this. In a lot of people's books, I might come across as somebody who's not winning or not the most successful. But I am 100% myself.
No, the thing is,
And that's something I get to take
I'm
with me
exactly the
everywhere I
same
go.
way, but I am fully aware of my worth. I'm a catch, so I just look at it as
I
such.
think I'm more of a catch.
I am absolutely a catch. You crazy?
You're not a catch.
You do
keep
got
telling
great
yourself
tits.
that. I mean, that alone gets me in like up there.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All I'm saying is, I mean, I agree wholeheartedly. You just gotta get past your own anxiety type of
You need to get past yourself because you are a catch so long as you, I don't know, hold certain fucking principles.
You talking about me or him?
You, motherfucker.
I already said I was a catch.
So long as.
So long as what?
I think he's saying you need standards.
Yes.
What do you
You
mean?
need to stop fucking with these hood rat bitches.
Bro, so alright.
He's gonna say
This is
like,
not alright. First of all, I'm going to say
He's got all
this.
the apps. He's fucking with whoever's around.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but he's only
I
gonna
say this.
accept the hood
I say
rats.
this.
I
No,
doubt
no,
that. I doubt
no.
He's got
You
some-
have to understand. I attract.
There's
the
no
fucking
way.
after 10 bitches.
I attract
no,
hood
listen.
rat hoes, bro, and that's no offense to the hood rat hoes. Okay, I attract them. They love
them all
me,
your
bro.
way,
Wait,
right?
you don't
They
have any.
huh?
Send
Do
them
you have
all your
any
way.
racist daddy issues in your Bumble?
Racist. I mean, I got a couple of those.
Yeah,
but even them
yeah.
bitches is hood rats.
Really?
Yes.
See, I don't.
Hood rat, like I don't know, like yo, bro. Without having a conversation with me, hood rat bitches just seem to think that I'm the one. And then they
All right,
talk to me, and it gets worse. Bro.
I'll give it to you. I'm the same way. Like the people I attract the most fall into two camps: hood rat hoes and gay men.
I don't attract a lot of gay men.
I fucking do. I think it's because I'm tall and hairy. Like I remind them of their dad.
But like, yeah,
no
like,
joke.
hood rat bitches love me for some reason. I'm like, why? I wanna find a nice girl, but I do gotta get laid. So hood rat comes out of the woods every once in a
I'm
while.
gonna say something. Clip this. Send it to every fucking depressed nerd on the planet who is desperate for love and affection. I'd rather rub one out than find myself with someone I don't want to be with.
Yeah. And I got outs and outs on outs. Like I will get
Rats
out of
on
the
rats on
situation.
rats.
So
I don't know what that meant. I know what he's saying. I don't know.
I
What
have
you're saying.
ways of like, let's say I get involved with a hood rat and she ends up liking me, which is like 90% of the time. I have like a million outs of
you
ways
really
to
don't-
get out of it.
But you don't have really a good fucking forward plan because you just
My plan is not existent.
these hood rats just fucking flock to you.
Yes, they do.
So like you just get into a situation where you're like, I don't even know what's right anymore. I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh, pussy. I just fucking send it. Just throw it my way.
Like the
So you
last
can't
girl-
even see past the bullshit. You're just like stuck in like throw it my way.
Wait.
No, but I'm looking, bro. I'm looking. I'm actively
you're not.
looking.
No,
yes,
you're
I
not.
am.
I have
You're
a.
not.
I met a couple of nice
You're
girls.
blinded.
I've met a couple of nice girls.
Blinded.
It's just that the shit never works out.
I have a
You ain't met no nice.
dating.
Yes, I have.
I have a dating app
Stop.
question.
What?
Get over yourself.
What is your methodology for swiping? Do you just swipe right?
Oh my god.
No.
Here we go.
Like you find something you think you might be interested in, you swipe left.
Looks. Fuck. I actually read fucking profiles to see what you're talking about and shit like
Yeah,
that.
I can't not. I have to.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's how
I also
decide.
you look for
refuse to
the
fuck with
profiles,
parents,
that-
so like
oh.
I'm looking for has kids left, has kids.
I don't care
left.
about the kids anymore because I'm 30 fucking 6. There's
Right, but
not,
you also want kids. I don't want them, so like I'm actively looking for not that.
No. But the thing about it is, if you meet a girl who has kids,
There's something to be
it doesn't
said
mean
for this whole
there's a
culture
less of a chance that
thing.
she's gonna want to have kids with you
Meaning
because
what?
she
whole
already has.
situation.
What?
There's something to be said for this because, like, you're swiping left. I assume left means no.
No good.
So swiping left means you don't want her.
Yeah.
She could have had everything, except she also has kids.
I passed on.
Which
I passed on
I
shit that
understand your
on
stance.
paper, outside of that single fact,
I understand your
looked
stance.
amazing. But nope,
I
I'm good.
understand your stance. Whatever your reasoning is and why you swipe left,
Mm-hmm.
that whole cultural thing is kind of a fucking.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
It
And
seems like
no.
you're missing out on an opportunity.
And the thing about it is, it
could've been
happens.
great. like in
yo,
your
bro,
case, in Kennedy's case, he's swiping left on a broad that. Oh fuck! I just fucking said broad. Whatever.
it's gonna be alright.
You're swiping left on a girl that is probably perfect for you. She probably will never introduce her kids to you, but because she has kids, you swipe her off to the side.
Listen, here, and
I
I
get
think
it.
this is relevant. I am a judgmental cunt every
Yeah.
day of the week.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Everybody knows it about me.
Completely.
Yep.
One of the things I will definitely judge you on is if the new guy in your life supersedes how much you're spending time with your children. So if you're not spending time with your kids, you're being a bad mom.
yeah.
I don't want to be with any mom, let
Yeah.
alone a fucking bad mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a problem I've had.
But
for
what does
years.
that have to do with the fact that you're swiping left on somebody who has children?
So I don't want to be with somebody who has kids, right? So I swipe left on that on basic principle, but kind of going off of your thing where even if she never sees the kids, that's kind
No.
of making her worse in my
When the
eyes
fuck
than
did
even
I say that? I'm
you
saying she's
literally-
How-
never
how
going
do
to
you- what do you-
introduce you to the kids. She's just going to keep the two separate lives.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I
but
don't
the thing
want
about
that.
at some
I want to
point,
be part of your life. I want to. If
Yeah,
we're in a
at-
relationship,
yeah.
I want a
You're so
relationship.
romantic.
at some point
You're
you're gonna
so
be
romantic.
included in the kid's
I
life.
feel like that should be basic
like
standards.
even me, if I meet you and you have kids, I don't want to meet your kids until we're like 3-4 months in. Like that's not my place. I play my position. I'm not gonna meet your kids. It's just what's right. You don't meet somebody's
obviously,
kids
but like
until
in his
you
case,
like you should establish a relationship before you meet her kids. Like y'all should be in a relationship. Like we're not talking 5-6 dates in. We're talking like we've been dating for 4 months. We've decided to go exclusive, and then I meet your kids. That's what it is, to me at least.
I got you. Just saying.
Yeah, like I'm not looking. Like if I'm looking for a hookup, I'm looking for a hookup. If I'm looking for somebody I actually want to be with, which is like kind of actually what I'm looking for, I don't want half your fucking
But then
life. That's silly.
Like, hold on. Now you run into another problem in that situation when it comes to the kids. Now you have those moms who you're talking about don't spend no time with their kids, all that shit. Then you have the moms who are so involved with their kids they have no time for you at all.
That's another thing.
And what the fuck are you supposed to do with that? Even if you like her, she still has no time for you.
If you like her a lot, then you just fucking stand by and wait.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But how long is too long?
I don't know. A couple weeks before she fucking calls you? I don't know. What the
No,
fuck?
not calling. Like, all right, if we go on a date on December 1st, and then I don't see you again until New Year's Eve, there's
check.
probably some, like, we should at least be able to have, we should have at least seen each other once or twice in the middle of that space between the 1st and the 31st. Feel what I'm saying? Like, kids are not. You make time for things that are important to you. If you are planning on making me important to you, you have to make time for me. I I have all the, like, granted, I have all the time in the world, so I understand you don't have time like me, but you got to make time for the things that are important to you, if you want them to be important to
You're
you.
asking a woman to take you over her.
No,
kids.
never
I'm not
that.
saying that that's what you're saying, but what if you're saying that she needs to fucking excommunicate some time
Yeah,
for you,
yeah.
even though she got kids,
Mm-hmm.
and it isn't like, let's say, the grace period we're gonna give on this is like, let's say, 5 days.
Okay.
If she doesn't hit you up on the phone within 5 days, then I would say, okay,
But what if she
That's
does hit you
extended-
up?
that's
Yeah.
extending past the point of no
Yeah,
return.
but let's say y'all talking every day, but you don't ever see her. That's still not good.
No, you gotta see her at least once. I would say once every.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I'd say like 8 or 9 days.
Yeah.
I feel like you're both much nicer than I am on that regard.
I'll give you that.
Like,
but
I-
that's
But
how
if it
I
starts
am.
to get serious, it needs to be once every 4 days.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not codependent
And
in
then,
the
like,
least, but
after a
if I
certain
don't see
amount
you
of time,
once a
like
week,
3
we're
or
not
4
fucking
months,
around.
as you said.
And that I mean I could respect
every
that, because
couple
I'd
days.
like to see, if I'm talking to you,
Yeah,
I'd like to see
and
you on
I
a
don't
regular
mean that
basis.
as like that's a cutoff. Like, oh, if we've been talking and 7 days has passed, I'm not like, oh, oop.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that. cut
I'm gonna
and
give you
dry.
the chance to try to.
So, like, if it's a pattern of I only get to see you, and we've met, I swipe right, you swipe right, we chatted on text, and you're on my Facebook, and we've done all the initial primary steps. We've gone out to dinner, we had some drinks, we see each other now, and I only hear from you once a week, roughly, give or take.
Yeah.
I'm kind of gonna move on.
There's no point in sticking around for that.
Like, it's an indicator, and it's a pretty strong indicator.
And like, all right. So I'm looking. It's hard to date with kids, especially if you have no support system. Now, I
100%,
understand
get
that.
Absolutely.
I completely understand that. But the thing about it is,
So, henceforth, what I said.
you got to be able to get a babysitter every once in a while, bro.
Stop.
One
nigga.
one thing that
most
I-
people don't even got enough money to fucking pay their rent, let alone they gonna pay for a babysitter.
Everybody has family. Now, if you don't have family, I understand, or you live out of state of your family,
Not everybody
I
got
get
family.
all of that. I understand that. And if that's what you're telling me, I get that. But even with that, you still have to find a way to still live a
Like,
life.
that is one thing that's always made me a little disconcerted with my own habit of just immediately swipe
Like-
left on people with kids. Is like, I know there are a lot of moms out there just trying to do their fucking best and want
Yeah.
love in their life, and I get that and I appreciate it. And
I had
know
that
it's
same
not
fucking mom,
so
bro.
fucking hard, but like, I feel like, and this is gonna be real harsh to me. I get that. You find yourself on Facebook dating or Tinder or whatever, looking for.
Facebook dating.
Yo, hold up.
That's a
I
thing.
gotta.
Hang on.
Go ahead.
If you find yourself on there
I gotta
looking
make a
looking
big
for somebody and you got 1, 8, 7, 14 kids, I don't know.
Stop.
One of the thoughts that does enter my head is why is she looking right now? Why doesn't she got
Because-
where'd daddy go?
Okay.
What
I'm
did she
gonna
do?
say a thing.
You
I'm
can't
gonna-
put that on her,
Stop,
bro.
stop, stop.
Try
I'm gonna
not
say
to.
the whole thing.
Try not to.
I'm gonna
But
say the
I
whole
do
thing.
wonder,
You
and I
did
have to be
preface
real
it
about
with,
it.
I'm kind of a dick. So here we go.
I have to be real. Like, I'm not gonna
When it
not
comes down to
say
it,
that I think that.
when it comes down to it, she might have made a mistake or two, picking the wrong man.
Or she might not have. Maybe it just they
Maybe-
fell
or
out of
maybe it
love.
was,
Maybe they fell
like,
out
they
of
were
love.
totally
That's
in
fair.
love, blah 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 blah, and then like she had a kid with this man. It didn't work out. Whatever the fuck happened, blah blah blah. Now she's stuck with a kid that like has a half-ass part-time father involved. Whatever the fuck,
Or
you know,
not
things
a
happen.
father at all involved.
Whatever. Not involved at all. Now she's in a position where she still wants to find that one.
Mhm.
She just so happened to get fucking permanently placed with she has a kid that she of course loves because it came from her. It's her genetics. It's her fucking thing. It's her fucking soul. Blah, 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 blah. She's not going to fucking stop loving the kid. Okay, we got that. Let's move on forward. She thought that this man was going to be there for her. That shit didn't work out. That shit is gone. she needs to at some point fucking look at herself, look at the fucking world around her, and go, okay, I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to find a man. So then she puts herself on Tinder, Bumble, whatever the fuck it is, or anything. She even just fucking goes out. She goes out to the club, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And the man finds out 2 days later, okay, she's got a kid. Da, 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 whatever. She already is going into it with one fucking negative.
Demerit.
She's already going, demerit. Yeah, she's going in with a demerit. She's going in and saying, fuck, I got a kid. I know this nigga's going to be scared of it. He ain't going to like it. But fuck it. I'm gonna play my fucking. I'm gonna roll the dice. I'm gonna fucking play the card.
Mm-hmm.
So now we bring this back to situation of like you or any typical atypical single guy who like sees this woman who, and granted, we're older now. We're in our 30s, so we can look at it a little bit differently. Obviously, I look at it differently. Maybe not so much you, but. She's got a kid. Who the fuck cares? Like, honestly, like, the way I look at it is like, she might be that perfect match for you, but you won't see it because you swipe left on a fucking superficial fucking thing.
Right, to you it's superficial because
It's
you
superficial.
knock out kids like it's a Wednesday.
No, I
That-
have 3 kids. It's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
It's not like I got 10 kids.
That's 300% more than me.
Yeah, okay.
And that's 300%
that's
more
comparatively.
than I
You're
will
doing the
die
whole
with.
Republican whataboutism
Nope,
thing.
it's not what
That's
about us.
you're
It's
doing.
not what about us.
It 100%
You're
is.
in a you're of a
Don't
preference and a
discount
type.
a good
Listen,
woman
listen.
because
No, listen.
I wasn't
You're-
done. You
you're-
interrupted me.
Yeah, I
so-
did, and I'm continuing to do so.
All right, go
You're of a preference and a type that is pro-child. You have certain thoughts and certain ways of being that
talk
do
about
not
two
align
things.
the same way mine do.
Yeah.
Mine are anti-children in my life
What if
as
she
a
had a
whole.
child before she had a chance to fucking get on your mindset?
That's
Where there is
that's
what-
sad and
let me
tragic.
ask you this. Let me ask you this. What if she had a child because it just happened, but then she got on the same mindset that you're on, where it's like no children. I'm not gonna have any more.
But all right, so look at it.
That's
Look at
sad.
She
all right.
might be
That's horrible.
more about having no more children than you are about having 0 children to begin with.
Right, but I'm currently winning at that game.
No.
She's
Doesn't matter.
failing at it.
She already had it. Fucking
Doesn't matter.
Not to
She
mention
already
the
has
fact-
kid.
able to get on
Like,
that
bro,
mindset.
She has the kid.
You've literally dropped one off in plenty of girls' draws. Like, you've shot up the club quite a few times. I know you have because you're a guy. Now, whether they got pregnant from it or not, and however you handled the situation, what if the same thing happened to her with a guy like you, but he just wasn't, he just skipped out, was like, fuck it, if she's pregnant, I'm just going to skip out and bounce.
What do you, no,
Like-
there is no getting pregnant.
Bro, you've never had sex with a condom before?
She doesn't have 100% control over getting pregnant.
No, wait, hold on.
Listen, first of all,
No,
men
stop.
absolutely do. Men can absolutely not impregnate somebody. It's
I know
the
this because
easiest
I
game on the
did
planet.
it actively.
Yeah.
I know I
not
do
having
it.
sex.
So I've been doing that
No, it's
consistently.
Not having
not
She's
having
named
sex.
Amtrak
Just the
pulling out all
condom
time.
is not 100%, bro.
No,
we
the
all know that.
condom, the pill, swallowing,
No, pulling out on time.
swallowing it on her
Fucking-
chest when
Swallowing
you're
it.
fucking done. There's a bunch of different
No,
options.
the
self-control.
shooting it on the chest shit doesn't. Nigga,
She's
the
not having a
pre-cum-
fucking kid if
Pre-cum,
you.
nigga.
Right,
Pre-cum, nigga.
Right. If you're having sex with somebody, you should know who they are well enough that you know realistically if you're having a child with that person.
Okay.
Right? Is that something we can all kind of agree
hold
on?
Wait,
All right.
It depends on her fucking cycle, but yeah.
You've never fucked
You
a
don't know the
random
woman
bitch.
your fucking cycle.
No.
You don't know
And
her
and
at
I want to
all.
know this. You've never been having, like, you've had one night stands before, right?
Very few.
Very few. And have you had sex with girls that you have no intention of being with?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've never busted a nut in any of those bitches.
No.
Nothing.
Not a one.
Never went raw.
Not even a pre-cum.
Never went raw.
I've gone raw, but never with somebody that I wasn't with. And
That's
I
what
knew,
I'm saying.
I knew what they were about.
The
and-
criteria that I
lot of
put forward
forethought.
just now. You've never went raw in any of those girls.
I've only gone raw in relationships with somebody who I knew is for sure taking the pill,
Okay.
and also
No, well,
agreed on my
congratulations to you. Kudos.
stance.
That's a real nigga right there. son.
Like,
Keep it
if
real.
you don't share my stance,
Yeah.
I'm not raw dog.
You are
Nah,
it's
so
not happening.
hardcore on the
I-
fact
I'll
that
give it
you
to
want
you.
to make sure that the woman you're fucking also doesn't want to have kids as much as you don't want to have kids, which is fine and dandy.
For
But we're
for
talking about
condom related
swiping on
conversations,
Bumble
yes.
and-
Exactly.
Yeah, we're talking about swiping though. You see someone who
Yeah, but you get
has
the chance
kids,
to figure all that shit out.
Right, so I bypassed that whole step by just left swipe.
which is
No harm, no
good
foul.
because you have the ability to do that. It's fucking free and fucking go.
And they don't
Fight,
see
fight,
it, so
fight,
it's not
fight,
like
fight.
they get an update that says, this guy doesn't want to fuck you. They
Yeah, I
never
know,
get that.
Yeah, I know.
So it's just,
so it's easy. It's easy.
well, not only is it easy, it's victimless.
Well, it's victimless, but if you were to walk down the street and you were to meet somebody that you fucking found as so attractive, and you guys got to talking at a bus stop, who the fuck knows? And she was so fucking on point with everything that you were looking for in a woman. And then you found out after the fact that she had a kid, would you fucking deny her?
Yeah.
Really? I
That's
thought he was gonna say no.
That's crazy.
Why wouldn't I?
I don't know, bro.
It's part of who I am fundamentally.
But she's even on agreement with you about having 0 more kids.
Doesn't matter.
So she has one kid. Is over. Deaded, period, point
here's
blank.
the exception. The
What?
one exception. She had a child, put it up for adoption, it's gone.
Oh
Oh my
my god!
Jesus Christ.
This nigga's
You
son.
are the devil.
Yo,
How?
no, he's
That's
the
the
greatest, bro.
You know who the devil
He
is?
is
The one who
absolutely the
doesn't
greatest.
believe what I believe and acts accordingly and just starts knocking random chicks up and goes about their lives like everything's hunky-dory.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't do that.
That's terrible. But
I go out of my way to
That's why I
find
say
people who
he's
are
the greatest.
not into
First of
procreating
all,
and we
There's
don't procreate together.
variations in between.
you're the
those
greatest
two
here and here,
extremes.
bro. You're the greatest. Your mind state is what it is, and you don't let anything affect it, and that is just what it is. I respect that. And down here, you are the greatest asshole I've
How?
ever met in my entire life.
How?
Because, like, yo, honestly, the woman for you right now, absolutely the woman for you right now, 100% that would make you happy. You don't gotta marry her or whatever you fucking
She's got
call
one kid.
She could have one kid, and that ends it. You would
Yeah,
give up
that ends it.
the greatest experience of your life because of one kid.
Yes, I would give up greatness.
Then you
I
might
would-
actually never have to even
I would,
do
I would
anything
give up.
with.
I would give up a great relationship to avoid children.
You know what the best fucking
All right,
situation?
so-
Oh wait, time. You know what the best situation for you might honestly be? A situation where you come across a woman where you fall in love with her, whatever the fuck your version of fall in love is. You actually fucking, you have feelings for this woman. You guys connect, you guys vibe, da da da, and then you come into a situation where this kid doesn't belong to you, but to some degree you actually put a little bit of effort in somewhere along the lines, and this kid respects you, but it's not actually your kid. So you didn't take part in the human infestation of the planet. This
No,
kid
no,
was already there.
see,
It's less
so
about that.
My stance,
it's
my
not. I know
stance
it's not
has
about
nothing
that,
to
though.
do with bringing. Like I know antinatalists, like people who don't want to have kids, who have that stance because they don't want to bring a pure unborn child. I don't want fucking kids.
Yeah,
I know. You
I don't want them in my life.
yeah.
It's that.
But you
that
have kids in
country-
your
What's
life.
so
No, I don't.
funny is
Yes,
that
you do.
you are secretly.
My nieces.
How
your
much do I
nieces-
interact with any of them?
You are low key like so good with all of my kids.
He's low key good with his fucking
Listen,
nieces and nephews.
It is nieces and
He's
nephews.
low-key good with my
all the
nieces
people
and
you're
nephews.
talking about that I actually interact with well are old enough to be human at this point.
No, you
No, not
fucking
all
give
of
it.
them.
Yo, when it comes to my son, my youngest, my 6-year-old, Devin.
Who I ignore?
No,
No, you talk
stop!
to him.
Don't even start.
You
My
Is that not
acknowledge
correct?
him.
youngest.
No.
You have been like we've talked about it at length.
Yeah, and how
We
good you
talked
are with
about
it.
it.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
About
not.
how, like, how
I'm
awesome
not a
you can
cunt to the children in my life. I don't want to be around them.
Okay, but you're not around them. And when it comes to
Right.
a woman that you might be with, you don't necessarily have to be around them.
Right. The easiest way to avoid this is to date people who don't have children and don't want children.
Okay, I have a
So
question
fucking
about
hardcore
myself
with it.
that I need.
Can't do
That all right. Here's the situation that I'm running into. I'm finding it like I won't swipe on every girl that has kids, but if you have a certain amount of kids, I won't because
You're a
You have at
bastard and a
least
monster.
two. I think I'm gonna fucking go ahead and say,
because you might not want to have any more kids. I want to have kids.
especially if you have 2 by 2 different daddies.
I'm not. I don't care how many like when it comes down to it, I could be your last baby
I feel
father.
like that's essential math.
Whatever.
that's kind of on point.
I feel like I could be your last baby father if everything goes off the way that
Thank
baby
you.
father,
Thank
husband,
you
all
very
of that.
much. I appreciate that comment.
But if you have, let's say you have 3 kids, odds are you're not going to want to have any
don't.
more kids, right?
I don't.
Exactly. So that's where I run into my problem when it comes to dating women with kids. If you have so many kids, then how the hell am I supposed to have kids with you if you probably don't want to have any more kids? And that's where my relationship problems come in. Like, I don't have a problem dating women with children already because of the age I'm at. If I date a woman even fucking 6 years younger than me or older than me, she has kids. It's just how it is. Like, this shit started when we were teenagers. All the fucking girls, all the girls our age are fucking, they were fucking and having kids. It's just what it was.
5 watching.
So, when it comes down to it, finding a woman who has kids and wants to have more kids with you, like, I'm kind of bugged out with mine. I want like 3-4 kids. Definitely 4 now. So
You better get on it, man. You fucking.
we have already had this discussion about I better get on it. This is not where we're at right now. Let me finish what I'm saying.
You better get on it.
Like, to have, let's say you got 2-3 kids already, and then
Please
I want to
give me
have
some
4
fucking
more
babies
kids.
to hold in my fucking
I
chest right
swear
now.
to God, this is not the conversation we're having.
No, this
right
is
now.
the conversation we need to talk
I
about.
swear
It's
to
really
God.
I need the babies. You need to fucking make the babies happen. I'm the godfather. Period. End of story.
Danny's the godfather of the first one. You got
Why the fuck you gonna make this nigga the godfather?
It's
Yo,
just
look,
what it
not
is.
for nothing. He don't even want to be the godfather.
Danny's winning.
It's gonna be
You got
hilarious.
the second one.
It's gonna be
No.
hilarious.
You automatically got the second one. So take that. But
You're
Danny's
a
getting the
fucking
first one.
faggot.
Danny's
You
getting
know
the
that?
first one. That's my nigga, son. What do you want?
That is, but that's not.
But
you know what
see,
that-
here's the thing. You're getting off a subject. I need some help here.
How you gonna force me to give you all 3 of my children?
I didn't
as the
force.
godfather?
Get the fuck out of here. I did not force you.
Well,
Your
we're-
baby
hey,
mother
hey,
forced
hey,
you to give.
well,
give
Go
me
ahead,
a-
say your thing.
Yeah,
say your
let's
thing.
move on. Come
Say
on.
your thing. Say your thing.
Try to make me whatever.
You
Point of the
forced me.
matter is, help me out, bro.
You didn't force me on the first one, but you forced me on the
What am I
fucking
supposed to
second
do in my situation? Because looking for a girl who has no kids is opportune, and it's but that's just not a like that. Like, it's obviously
You need to find
Not
a
gonna be-
26-year-old.
a 26-year-old
Yeah.
that I have absolutely nothing in common with because she's
No
26.
No kids.
That's it. Just no kids.
That's where you're at right now. You waited this long. That's your fucking fault. You need to find a 26, maybe 26 going on 27-year-old. That's where you need to find them. That's where you're at.
I have nothing in common with a 26-year-old woman.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean, you are so pop culture
Be
fucking
surprised.
prevalent.
I swear to God, with this pop
No,
culture
but like
shit.
realistically, you'd be surprised. There's a certain point where like the differences become kind of minuscule. Like a 20-something-year-old ain't all that young. They've lived life. I mean, granted, if they're like there's definitely types. Like college girls probably are gonna be a little more naive and silly. But like, there's 26-year-olds out there that've been busting their ass for a minute, living life like we have, and they're kind of gonna be right up your fucking alley.
Maybe. I haven't been in
And
it.
that might be also true of like a
Maybe I need
48-year-old.
to-
You don't know. Like, there's people who just
Maybe I
live,
need to relocate.
like, I think that's kind of consequential too. We live in an area full of less than well-off people.
Yeah.
People that live rough, so they behave that way. Like,
Yeah. And to answer your damn question, he already agreed to be the godfather. So it's not a question of whether he wants kids or not. He already agreed to be my kid's godfather.
He wants to make sure at least one of his godchildren is an atheist.
I mean, I don't actually
I'm
care
not
which
gonna
one they
force
do.
religion on any of your fucking kids.
I-
I'm forcing on my own.
so
kid.
anybody else-
So anybody else watching those? Vito, why would you make Candy D the godfather when you don't want kids himself?
Because of a fucking thing that you guys were fucking homies before you were homies with me. That's cool.
That's accurate. It's
That's
definitely
fine.
it's definitely
That
not
doesn't
that they
fucking
want me
matter.
to
We've been
lead
talking
the
about
child
this
in
since
the
we
I
were
way of
want to
Christ.
hold your
14
child,
years
and I
old.
want to fucking kiss your child on
Yes.
the forehead.
I
and
don't
wanna
doubt for
make
a second
kid-
that my kid that is his god kid you would love him any less. Like, I don't doubt that for a second.
So you're using the fact that I would love him just as much if I wasn't the godfather as the fact of to choose the fact that I'm not the godfather?
No. I'm just
I
saying.
would love the kid more than he's gonna love the kid.
No,
And I
he's
know
not-
this
There you
motherfucker
go.
loves my kids, but he don't love them like you love them.
No.
It's true.
But it's different.
It's true.
It's
He said
different.
it. See, that's what fucking.
That's
So
fine.
that should be a fucking
But
catalyst
it's
for you to
different
decide to
with me and
choose. It's
My
say,
kid,
Yo, go fuck yourself.
Danny would probably
I'm gonna
raise
go ahead
my
and say
kid.
something.
Yeah,
Danny,
keep telling
Danny,
yourself.
Danny
Danny
is
would
your
probably raise my
homie.
kid.
Got it. You know him longer than you know me. Don't care. I can give two
Danny
fucking
would probably-
flying shits about.
So
whether
would
or not-
you? Let's not.
So
take
would I
anything
what?
away from- You would raise my kid too, but Danny would raise my
Vito, I need to bring up something very important.
I don't.
I
give a fuck.
literally said I would swipe left on the woman of my dreams to
If she
avoid
had a
children.
kid.
kid. Yeah, but I'm your soulmate.
Is I don't believe in souls.
You
let alone
don't give a
soulmates.
fuck about that.
Yeah. So he'll
Just saying.
raise my kid.
Just saying.
You're a fucking retard.
We hope that we never have to find out, but yes, you would.
What do you mean we hope? I want you to have a kid tomorrow.
No, I hope that I have a kid and don't die to a point where we have to find out if Danny has to take care of it. But
Oh,
I
so
really
then that's a good choice.
what?
All right, we got a second vote in the chat. Kelvin or Vito. In order to have 4 to 5 kids, you need to get on it.
Yeah, I know. I heard about. I'm fully aware.
You're 37 years old, basically.
I'm 36. Don't do that to me.
You about to be 37. You better.
I'm
get
about
that
to be,
shit
bro. It's
impregnated
January.
now.
Nigga, I got 10 months. Don't do that to me.
No, you about to be 30 fucking.
No, don't do that to me, bro. I'm already fucking pissed off about the 36 thing.
Bro, after we leave 36, we're old. You need to get. Oh yes.
You were old years ago.
Oh,
Yeah, you definitely
well, but we're definitely fucking old now. I mean, we might.
No,
as well be
I didn't
40.
say we. I said you.
I'm still popping.
Go fuck yourself.
Like a motherfucker.
In all reality.
So we're kind of rambling at this point. I say
bitches love me.
we wrap it up for the night.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in.
They ain't still listening. They ain't even gonna watch this far.
Shut up.
Just saying.
We
they're
thoroughly
not.
enjoyed just
True.
taking up a little bit of y'all time. Fucking me and my boys want to thank you for taking a little bit of your time to actually
I
pay
don't
attention
give a
to us.
fuck.
You're a dick.
Yep.
Bush is a bit drunk.
We will be live streaming the inauguration, which is January 20th, which is next Wednesday. So if you get a chance, we'll send out a few links. But if you subscribe,
I want to.
you'll get the notice.
I want to throw in on that. We kind of went for a bit lighthearted tonight. Depending on how things go, it might. It's probably not going to be the same format next Wednesday. We might just be putting up videos of what's happening and kind of making comments over it.
Yeah.
After that, though, we will resume this kind of format where we're literally just sitting around talking to each other and responding to whoever's in the chat.
Yeah.
I want to say something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Regardless of the format, because it could. Oh, it could stay the same. But it could change. Whatever, it doesn't matter. If you're watching, appreciate you watching. Thing about it is we're just here to have fun and we're here to talk, and we love the comments. We love the participation. Thank you for watching, and hopefully anybody who watches this after this goes live and then posts as a video, you come back and watch anything live or anything we post. Thank you very much.
And outside of this, you can find the Sad Boosh on Facebook if you know how to do that. Vito, you got to find him in person. You can find me on Facebook at Candy D, and you can also find
We're
me
gonna get
on
Vito
YouTube
on
at.
fucking
Shut the
social
fuck up!
media.
I'm talking.
But we're gonna get Vito on fucking social media.
Yeah.
He doesn't have one.
Well, he doesn't have one now, so we talk about it when he does.
We're gonna get him one.
You can find me at Candy D on Facebook and Candy D YouTube. I'm doing, or not YouTube, Twitch, doing video game streams. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Click like, click subscribe, comment, do all the things that you do on fucking Facebook and YouTube and fucking all the things.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Love you.
y'all.
Go fuck yourself.